Hello. Hello, hello. Hold on just a second. I'm trying to get this light to work. Goodness. It does not want to work today. Oh, well. Let me get in here so I can see now. How is everyone? I'm trying to get situated. It is all of a sudden things don't want to get situated. Hold on just a second. All right. Lordy. How is everybody? I hope it's going good for y'all. Let me get in here and see who's in. Hi, Duck. Good to see you. Hi, Ronnie. Hey, my sweet lady. How are you, Ronnie? Oh my goodness. I'm try- Hold on just a second. Stop that. Turn my radio down. Sorry. Forgot to do that too. How about that? How is everybody? How is everyone? I'm trying to get all of my I was running in here late. I was trying to get it I was trying to get it well, now I'm trying to get to my and y'all can hear me okay, correct? Let's try that first. Make sure you hear me okay. Make sure. Okay. Now, can everyone hear me okay? Everything's fine. Okay. Man, it's just like crazy today. How's everybody? How's everybody's Sunday now that I'm getting myself messed up? Miss Eve, how are you? Duck, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Miss Ronnie, sweet Ronnie, glad you're here. Thank y'all for joining me. Hi, Aussie, my friend from down under. How are you? So glad you could be here. Glad to see y'all. It is hot here. How is it where you're at? Microphone. Oh my goodness. Everything's good, and then you get ready to go live, and everything just kind of like this happens, and that happens, and this happens, and it's like everything was fine up until I got ready to go live, and then everything wants to just do whatever. Yep, there's Miss Aussie's true crime link. So see Miss Aussie, check out her videos. I am good. I have been running around today, but I'm good. Everything was calm. I come in here and got everything set up and ready to go. And then my light went out, the fan fell. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what in the world?" But it is okay. We are here and we shall overcome, right? Yes, we shall overcome. Very good. I'm glad, Miss Eve. We are going to continue on our video today on NK because I wanted to finish her video. We didn't get to look at it last time because I was trying to catch up the other guys up to speed on what the Watts case was about. But today we're going to finish her video, and I've been going through a lot of stuff since then. I've been going through some different stuff that I want us to go over after we finish her interviews. So but I think every step is important so that we understand the case and And I think watching her in this interview is part of that, is part of understanding her case. So, her part in the case, in the tragic demise of the Watts family. And I even hate to call them that because I hate to give him credit for that beautiful family, the last name for that beautiful family, but it is, that was their last name, but um I just hate giving him that credit um for having such a wonderful family and then destroying them. Um got the rain. Well, it's supposed to rain here. It was supposed to start yesterday. We did a lot, or today, we did a lot of work outside getting our pool ready and everything, and because we were afraid it was going to rain today, and it hasn't rained yet. So they moved it for tomorrow. So I don't know even know if we're going to get any rain. And you grabbed your jacket for today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is hot. It's hot. It's probably like 90 something degrees, and then our humidity is probably at 70 something percent. I haven't looked. I mean, I could look right now just by curiosity and see, but it's already 6 o'clock. So, um, what is it? So it's 88, and the humidity feels like 98. The humidity is 63%. So that's what it is here. And we have a wet humidity. We don't have, ours is not dry. We're wet. We are wet. So yes. It rained here earlier today and now it's hot. Yeah. Rains and then it turns out hot, right? Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. Overcast there. There goes the donkey. Well, too bad, because if Running Grey Wolf had been in here, she would have heard Jay. He is her favorite. What he's doing is he's at the fence looking out toward this way because it's uh chow time. It's supper time for them. It's feed time. So my husband will get out there and do chores here pretty soon. Aussie. Yes. Winter time near Aussie. We need some rain, but I don't see it coming today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. We shall see. So we will wait a few more minutes and see if anybody else comes in, and then we will start on the video. Um, we will look at Miss Jezebel Huzzy Charlatan. I mean, there's so many names I could call her, and none of them would be nice. Always forget that your winners is our. Me too. I forget that too, Ronnie. Yep, I forget that too. That her winners are. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, it is funny how it works. Yeah. Oh, Ronnie, I got so many names for her. Uh, yeah, I do have so many names for her. Um, I just want to touch on this a little bit. Also, tomorrow will be Summer Moon Utah Wells' 5th-year Miss Anniversary for um her being gone. There still is nothing new except for I did hear the FBI has now joined her case, and I did hear that they are searching the pig farm. So that is all I have heard. I'm going to try to look into that some more and see if that's what they're doing. Um, so, 5 years is too long for anybody to be missing, but it's even worse when you have people interfering, messing with the case, causing issues, withholding information. In my opinion, there's people that know what happened. They're withholding information for whatever reason. They're holding it probably that information probably will lead to something even bigger and something even bigger and something, because I believe it's a part of something else, right? My opinion. So they have to withhold this information to keep it from just trickling to the next to the next. You know what I mean? So she has been forgotten on purpose with a lot of the people that are involved in this, because they just want it to go away. And then it's turned into a S show. And it seems like the attention, it's been so many diversions and stuff, distractions. I feel like taken away from Summer's case. Um, Now there has been a lot of boots on the ground. There's been a lot of people looking for her. There's been a lot of good too, but it just seems that I just feel like there's people that have information that could come forward, and they're just withholding it. Um, and I believe people can hurt a case just by putting, misinformation out there for whatever reason. But I don't know. I just feel like that somebody knows for sure. That's up that's me too. Me too. Me too. We had a case here if a little boy went missing from bus stop, took 9 years. I'm glad they solved it. We are upset because it's been 5 years, and fairly so, but we just think about how fortunate if they find her, like it took 9 years to solve it. And there's some that have never been found. And so I think, I don't want Summer to be that. Like, I don't want people to be talking 25 years later about her never being found. Eli and I, with some other people, are still working on a missing persons case as well. Look up Jamie Valdez case, and her brother been missing for a long time as well. No leads or crazy. Oh, so there is still hope. I have hope that they will find her. I don't feel like she's still with us, but I do have hopes that they can at least find her and bring her home or bring her to rest. Yeah. There you go. She's going to send you the information, Miss Eve. Didn't get nothing new. See, yeah. She said that the FBI was joining, but, there again, you're not going to know what they're doing, because you may know they've joined the case, but they're not going to tell you what they're doing. You have to really think about that. They're not going to tell you, hey, well, we're going here and we're going there. Um, so that for them not to, for us not to know anything, that's like, okay, because, you know, they're not going to tell us. They can't tell us what they're doing. Yeah, they can't, they definitely can't do that. So, that at least um they're working, somebody else is looking at it. The new sheriff on there, I don't know that he's going to make a lot of difference. I would hope he would. If he comes from the same good old good old boys club or good old boys group, I don't see that um happening, but we'll see. Bit extreme with it, yes, yeah, yeah, because it sounds better if we get extreme with it, right? I mean, right. Hopefully it's fresh eyes. I mean, and like I said, there are also people can put out, well, they're looking here and they're looking there. And I think a lot of it's speculation because we don't know. We really don't know where they're going. I don't think. And why would they tell you? Right? Why would they tell you? Good to see you, sis. Are you off today or are you working? Right. They could. Yep, they could. And like I've said before, um, I believe some people don't know all the details because they would tell. They would talk. They're the weak link. Yes, I'm just glad that's keeping Summer's name and picture out there. I wish the age progression pictures were better. I don't particularly like them. Um, but you know, I guess that's I mean, I've seen more AI do better like I've seen AI look people look like really like themselves. So I don't under I really wish the age progression pictures were better. I really wish they were better. Yeah, I don't feel much hope with the sheriff. I don't feel a whole lot of hope with the FBI, but I try not to think that because I really hope that they are joining the case. I hope that's true, and I hope that they do have some leads. I mean, I would think there would be a reason for them to be joining. I wouldn't think they would just do it um, just because. I would hope it would mean there was a lead. You know what I mean? I don't know. The sheriff that I had good vibes about wasn't picked. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're off today. Sweet, sweet. I think the only way someone will fess up is if they're forced to. And I think, like I said before, there is a weak link, in my opinion. There is a weak link, and that person doesn't know all the details. They know some, but they wouldn't know enough to maybe find her, but they might know enough to put somebody on a trail or on a lead, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't think they could take you to her, but I think they could put you on the track to her. I have conversations where Don and Candace said that's not how they feel she'd look either. Yeah, I just don't like those pictures. One thing I didn't know Nancy Grace said was there was $10,000 reward for information on Summer. Hmm. Well, the problem about the reward monies and stuff is there was so much money going in and out. It was like the billboard thing. That was a whole thing. And then, there was money for that. And then there was money that they were paying people to search. I won't say that person on here. Um, but money was thrown out here and there. And I think I remember that, but I thought it started out 5 and then went to 10, but it was like it was almost just covered up with all the other crap that was going on. So it was kind of put to the wayside and people didn't know. Yeah. So, um, yeah. Uh, so tomorrow, please think of Summer. I doubt we will be live. I don't know if any of the quad want to go live tomorrow. I don't know. Um, if we'll be able to go live, or there will be so many people live tomorrow. Um, I feel like talking about Summer. I would like to have done a video about her, but I can't. I can't make videos up. I would love to have done one about her and put it just a short, like a short or like a 5-minute video, and put it on my channel. But I'm just not good at that. Um, so I will try to probably see if I can get her flyer and put up on my channel tomorrow, for her miss anniversary. Some person said that, but prove the 10K is set aside, then an account with an attorney. The 50K reward fund went back into yeah, state government. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. There was you know how many numbers they threw around, Share, um, when she went missing. Um, and like I said, then it got all wrapped up with the billboard and all that crap, and it was like, yeah. Mhm. I know you'll already have a live stream with me and our dear friend Josh tomorrow. Okay. See, I hadn't talked to anybody today. Actually, this first time I've been able to talk to Cher because I've been gone all day. Um, so yeah, I didn't we hadn't planned anything. Um, we had not planned anything for tomorrow. So that's why I was saying I don't think um and if I do go live, I will just probably go live on the Looking Glass and we'll just talk. But it's not that I don't want to talk about Summer, because I do want to recognize her being missing 5 years. I just There's just going to be so many people doing it, you know, that I feel like it's just going to be saturated tomorrow with it. See Files an hour tomorrow night on the podcast. Sweet. Okay, good. Good. I knew we hadn't talked yet because we've all been so busy working and different things. So I knew that we hadn't. That's fine. That's good. Sure, I'll be in chat. Yeah, that's why I said it's just gonna be so, and it's not that I don't want to celebrate her. It's just gonna be so saturated tomorrow. That I just don't, I guess I just don't want to be another one doing it tomorrow. I guess, if y'all know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying. Oh, see, that's so sweet. I hate for you to have to take time to do that. That's so sweet. If you want to, sure, I'd love it, but I am just cannot. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm, I do not know what I'm doing. I can get on here and talk. That's why you don't see me making too many videos and putting on my channel, because I'm just not good at it. I can do shorts and stuff and clips, but just to make videos and insert different pictures and stuff in there, that's just not, I can't do it. It's not me. Yep, there's C Files channel. Very good if you're not subscribed. And there's Eli's channel. If you're not subscribed, go hop on over there. I think of her and pray to my God about her. Yep, but I'm not milking. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be that. I don't want to jump on there that day, and because I've never been about views and stuff with Summer. I'm not monetized, so when I made Summer my first case that I put on here, it was because she was my first case. So, and I'm still not monetized. So for me, it definitely wouldn't be about getting monetized at all, but I just don't want to jump on that tomorrow. I think I want to do it another day and talk about her when it's not so saturated, if that makes sense. Passion project tomorrow night. Okay, 9:30 to 10 okay. Stuck in the middle. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Aussie. Thank you. I love you, sweet. Thank you. See, Fowles and I are discussing OJ's. Oh my goodness. Well, he could be considered a serial killer. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Probably. Who will turn super chats off tomorrow and have it go? Right. Mm-hmm. Good question. Good question. Mm-hmm. 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 Good question. All right, everybody, we are going to go over here. Let me put it up on my screen. So we are continuing the discussion over NK's interview. Now, I brought it back some, and we're going to see. We're going to listen to when she said she was fired from her other job. So I rewind it or put it back to that part. So we'll start from there, and then we'll work up. Um, uh, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. That doesn't surprise me. That does actually that doesn't surprise me at all. No, that doesn't surprise me. All right, let's go over here. I'm going to try to make I'm pretty sure that the closed caption is still on. Just let me know if it's loud enough.
And just live a normal life. Stop thinking about this stuff for a day or two and then revisit it. Maybe
Is that okay? Can y'all hear it?
Because you look like you're tired again.
I lost my job yesterday, so that's where that comes from.
You lost your job with the geosciences place as well? Okay, sorry to hear that. With, I think you mentioned with your skill set that you should be easily employable in another locale.
I don't know. I hope somebody hires me. I hope people don't see my name on a resume and just not hire me.
Well, your name hasn't even made it in the papers yet.
Not yet.
So, remember you said that.
Eve, I forgot to ask you, which you always do. Will you drop the link for this channel? I forgot to put it in my description. If you don't mind. And at the end, I'll go back and put it in there. I'll add it in there. But if you'll drop it, the link for me from this channel, I appreciate it.
You had some locations you could go out of state, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're thinking or whatever is going to work for you.
Yeah, I'm thinking a lot about all of that. It's just a matter of timing and trying to figure out when to do it. Hesitant to do it all too soon and then have to do it all over again.
Tell me the name of the geosciences company. I forget.
Tasman.
Tasman, that's right.
I think I was just so bummed because they told me that they would keep me, and then they called me back and let me go, and I was just like, man.
So did they essentially fire you, for lack of a better term?
Hold on just a second, and I'll tell you.
That was yesterday?
Yeah. They said they let me go because they hired me to do a contract job.
It's criminal case.
Contract was over.
Criminal Cases Journal.
Unfortunately, because Anadarko actually offered to pay me for a while.
Can you hear me? It's Criminal Cases Journal is who it is, Eve. I'm going to go back. That's interesting that she just said that. Okay, let's listen to that again.
And that was yesterday?
Yeah. They said they let me go because they hired me to do a contract job, and now that contract was over. It was unfortunate because Anadarko actually offered to pay me for a while, and Tasman said no. So I just wish they would have been honest with me in the first place, but it is what it is.
So now you're out looking for a job too?
So they just told her, she just said that Anadarko was going to continue to pay her. And then after this happened, they said no. Mm-hmm. So don't you find that odd how if it was a contract job, it was going to run out right when all of this happened. Don't you find that odd that it was going to run out? I find that. Hi, Running Gray Wolf. Something happened and I had to reboot my system. Oh no. Oh no. Glad you're here. Glad you are here. I just find that odd how it her contract was suddenly over. Right. That's why I said I want to go back and listen to that again. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I haven't even started doing that. It's not even like a priority to me at this point, but it will get dealt with. So yeah, so I need Hazel to help me out with his lease and sell my truck and change my entire life, and hopefully somebody somewhere will give me a decent job and give me a chance and not judge for all of this whole disaster. So that's why it's.
You said Hazel was helping you out with some of your lease stuff. All right, so
Yeah.
when we're here, I think she usually comes in the afternoon today. So we'll check with her.
Hey, I think Matt just went the other way looking for me, but he'll come back eventually.
Awesome. So you must want this for something.
I'm gonna charge my phone. I didn't charge it last night. I charged it.
This one? Yeah.
Here.
What's this? Oh, this is the Verizon call logs?
To the 13th.
From what date to what date? You want this one back?
It's a month.
Sorry. No, you're good.
I don't know, it's a month, so it's probably whatever 30 days was.
So they brought that cord in there where I wonder if they were listening to the did they sit out there and listen to the conversations while he's in there talking to her? Is that how they do it? Is that like they're kind of in another room actually listening to their conversation? And that makes me think of Dirty South ties to organized crime. Yeah. Yeah. The company probably didn't like her, so this was the perfect excuse to get rid of her skanky ass. Yes, Ronnie. Yes. Yes. This was a good reason, wasn't it? She said, yeah, she is. And she's like this in all of her interviews. And then she whines and she drags her words out. And then when it's not going quite as well as she wants, then she whines. And then she flirts. I think she was put on leave, and after everything they found out, they fired her big her scuzzy ass. Fair use of this video. We have credit. Chat, thanks for letting us use your videos. Absolutely, Eve. Thank you. I will go back and put in there. Usually I put it in there, but I just don't know why I didn't. The company had to know two were messing around too. And you know, she's like, they didn't realize it was his family missing. And I'm like, how do you not realize that one of your employees has a missing family? I mean, that name is not that common to where you would think it was somebody else, right? So, yeah. From another room. That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah. I bet they did. Yeah. Sis, rewind the part. I want to get C files in here to hear it. Sure. Rewind the part. Okay. Okay. Do you blame them that I want? Right. I wouldn't either. And even just say you play the devil's advocate on that part and say they 100% know she didn't have anything to do with any of the tragic deaths of the three. Just say they 100% believe her. She's still connected to a family annihilator because she had a relationship with him that she wasn't supposed to be having. So not that they're supposed to watch you and you're not supposed to, they don't have, I don't guess they have rules. Some companies have rules you can't date another, like a coworker. You can't date a coworker and stuff like that. Some companies have those kind of rules, but even if they thought she was 100% innocent, they would still not want her working for them with her connected to a family annihilator. The other thing with that is they had said they were going to take Survey 319 down anyway, that they were decommissioning, I guess you call it that site anyway. So that part, I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's what I had heard. Wouldn't know they were yeah, I just don't believe that. Oh yeah, yeah, she did. She Googled her, she Googled the book, she Googled, the man I'm dating said he was gonna leave his wife. Um, I got a whole list of stuff in here that she Googled. And she Googled Shanann in 2017. So, BS. Mm-mm. Well, I forgot about, yeah. Man, she Googled some stuff. I see files. Yeah, I don't, that's what I was wondering if it, and I put it out an hour, like I set it for or public an hour before, so I don't know why it's not notifying. I think they just hide me. Honestly, I think I'm hidden in the algorithm, and I think that they just hide me so that I won't get any views. Yes, she was a busy lady. Mhm. Mhm. She was. She was a very busy lady. Lots of extracurricular activities. I believe that's why she got the job. She had a plan from the right, Aussie. Yep. Ex- Amen. Silly enough to fall for her because it was something new. He'd never been treated that way before. Um, she actually uh like it. He had never had it like that before. You know what I mean? She really um put him up there on a pedestal. She really gave him something he'd never had before. I will. I'll rewind it. Right. You're right. I'll say I agree. I agree. Absolutely. I agree. Yep. Sub up to C files. Yep. Ducks. Ducks will yell at you too for you. Okay. And Adarko allowed the relationship because they were in different roles. If it was a supervisor and yeah, but I know some companies when you go to work for them, you can't date a coworker at all, no matter what level you're at. I've heard of that before, but like you said, it could be different levels of how you work. Right. That's right. That's right. Yes, Shanann was his first relationship, his first girlfriend, everything. Yes, she was. That's all he had known was Shanann. He never dated anybody else. Nope. Okay, let's go back over here and I will. You want me to send it back to where she says, where she talks about she was under contract? Is that where you want me to go back to? See how far is that back? There we go. All right, here we go. No, let's go back a little further. Here we go. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, let's go with this right here. Let's start here.
Up with the geosciences place as well? Okay, sorry to hear that. With, I think you mentioned with your skill set though, you should be easily employable in another locale.
I don't know. I don't know. I hope somebody hires me. I hope people don't see my name on a resume and just not hire me.
Well, your name hasn't even made it in the papers yet.
Not yet.
So remember you said that you had some locations you could go out of state, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're thinking or whatever is going to work for you.
Yeah. I'm thinking a lot about all of that. It's just a matter of timing and trying to figure out when to do it. Hesitant to do it all too soon and then have to do it all over again.
Tell me the name of the geosciences company. I forget.
Hasn't.
Hasn't, that's right.
I think I was just so bummed because they told me that
Here it
they
is.
would keep me, and then they called me back and let me go, and I was just like, man.
So did they essentially fire you, for lack of a better term? And that was yesterday?
Yeah. They said they let me go because they hired me to do a contract job, and now that contract was over. It was unfortunate because Anadarko actually offered to pay me for a while, and Tenzin said no. So I just wish they would have been honest with me in the first place.
So there you go. The day after. So yesterday. And I don't know what date this. Let me see if I can look. Hold on. It doesn't really say what date this was. Hold on. Doesn't give a date for when she was in there. And this down here doesn't show us either, but it wasn't too long after the Annihilator did his thing that she went in, probably 3 or 4 days maybe. So I just find it odd that the contract ended like right after their murders. You know, she does love you because you've tried to call her, haven't you? Didn't you try to call her? I think Cher tried to call her. Hold on. Did you try to call her, Cher? You can come up here and tell us. You can come up here and tell us because I think Cher tried to. Yep, there is Duck's channel. So her contract was up, so they would have been able to bail. And she wouldn't have been breaking her contract. Exactly. Yep. That's why when I heard it, I was like, that's why I like going back over the interviews because sometimes she'll mumble stuff or she'll say stuff like that you don't remember. So or didn't catch. And so it's really weird when you go back and you're like, wait a minute. I didn't hear that. I didn't see that. So when I heard it then I was like, oh yeah. Did she just say what I thought she said? And she did. Contract. Convenient timing. Yep.
Sis, you remember Mia?
Yes, I remember Mia. Yep.
So I was live on Muse. Like you had to have been there. And yeah, I was the research assistant for Tanya Hagen who wrote the book of Chris Watts, the Inkling or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Not Sherilyn Cadle, the plagiarizer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I burnt that book down.
Yeah.
But no, okay, so we're on Mia's, and Tanya had a program where we could get people's phone numbers. That's how I got a hold of Casey Anthony's dad and had it out with him too.
Mhm.
But yeah, so get a hold live. It's on live somewhere on Mia's channel. We'll have to find it.
Yeah.
And she answers her phone, and I was like, "What up, NK?" And she's like, "I'll fucking sue your ass. I'll
I
sue you so
remember that.
hard."
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And then she hung up on me, and she's like, "Don't call me back from this number." I was like, "All right, bet." I took my friend's phone and started calling her.
That's right. You called her from a different number.
Then she's like, "That's when she's like, I'm gonna sue your ass up the wall," or something like that.
Hmm.
I was like, "Sue me, take me to court." Hell yeah.
Did she sound the same on the phone as she does as annoying in this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everyone said that either people were divided and said that I staged that call, which I've never had to do that. I don't need to lie about who I talk to.
Mm-mm.
And then the other half was like, "Oh, she's been friends with NK." Remember, they thought she came here. I had Nicole Kessinger and
Yeah.
Summer Wells in my basement at one point.
Yeah, you did. You did in Canada. Yeah.
Frickin' YouTube.
Yeah. You did. I forgot about that. You did. You did. You were hiding her out in Canada so she could start
Yeah.
over again. Yeah. 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 Mm. All right. Let's go listen to what else she has to say. Oh, my eye's twitching.
But it is what it is.
So now you're out looking for a job too.
I haven't even started doing that. It's not even like a priority to me at this point, but it will get dealt with. So yeah, I need help.
Looking for jobs not a priority for her.
She doesn't sound bothered whatsoever.
Nope.
Like, she's way too calm for what just happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And did you catch when he said, like, I hate when the law brings up media into something? Like, I don't know if media was even heavy at that point yet, but anyway, he said, "Well, your name's not in the newspapers yet." And she goes, "No, not yet." Like, obviously
Yeah,
that's what she wanted, or why were you Googling Amber
Yeah.
Frey?
Yeah. Yeah. Because she can't even compare herself to Amber Fry. Yeah. The only thing alike about them is the fact that they were both mistresses. That's it.
And then you hear her now about this contract, and remember, everyone has seen what we think is like feds or somebody visiting him in the prisons in whatever civilian clothes, and like even other inmates had come out and said like it was really weird what was going on, and pulling him aside and visiting him a lot at the beginning. And remember, why'd you have to get a second confession from him? Do you remember?
Yeah. Because they went there.
Like, why were they doing that?
Because they've moved him. Remember, the first place he was in, they moved him.
Yes,
Now
and he started getting those weird visitors.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was in Colorado, but they moved him to Wisconsin.
Well,
That's where he's at now.
now we need to plan lives going back to the dirty South and, like, rumor, allegedly, in my opinion, the mob ties to Shanann's dad, how she did Dirty South dirty. Then all of a sudden someone like NK comes along, and within 6 weeks, you term this guy and the whole family's dead, and Chris is in prison, and your contract's just up and you're off, and you got to change your name and live your life.
Yeah. I mean,
weird.
why did you choose Shanann in the first place? So you looked up Shanann Watts before you looked up Chris Watts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to,
Shanann was the contract, people.
if you're looking to have an affair with a man, you're going to look him up. You're not going to look his wife up. till afterwards, till like you've already looked him up, is what I'm saying. You don't go look. Why would you go look her up first? I don't. Maybe I'm just not versed in doing that, but I mean, I'm sure there's a reason, but I think it's just odd that she looks her up, and I've got the date. It's not like a little time.
Well,
It's a lot of time before.
you wouldn't have to look Chris up when you're at a job with him.
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
him, you're with him most of the day, so you don't really have to look him up. But now,
But I
depending
think,
on if you're into it, look her up to watch her social media to see how Chris is acting
but I
and
think
how
she,
close they are.
I think he looked. I think that she looked her up before Chris was working for Anadarko.
Oh,
I think.
remember.
I don't know when Chris went to work for Anadarko. Hold on just a second. Hold on, talk, share. Hold on just a second.
I don't remember either. I guess I thought he was always there from the time he moved to Colorado. Didn't he work for the oil before they moved to Colorado? I don't remember now. What that is? You remember Aussie? Steve Owl. Yeah.
Sorry. No, I need to look that up. I need to find out whenever he, like, did he go, what year did he go to work for Anadarko? Because
Let me turn the
she,
computer on.
she looked, Shanann up in 2017. So
And so, well, I think he was at Anadarko and she got contracted and she was new at that location,
that
right?
might have been it.
I just turned the computer on. I'm gonna see what I can.
I mean, hold on, let me
Fine.
go. I'll catch up in chat while you're doing that.
December 2014. What? She did not
So
look her up years before the murders. Stop.
2017, I think, is when she
Oh yeah,
looked her
Mark
up.
got some good videos on this, debunking like people saying they saw NK in the body cam of the police knocking on the door and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew Mark had some I love Mark's video that he made. The deep dive.
Yeah, he's got a couple good ones on the Watts
Okay, here it
situation.
is.
Mostly trying
She
to
looked
debunk the bullshit.
Shanann up in 2017.
Okay, so that was way before she even met Chris.
That's
Allegedly, didn't
that's
they
what
know
I'm
each
saying.
other for 6 weeks? And
That's
so they all died like August 2020, 2018. August
2018.
2018.
Yes. Mhm. Mhm.
So what? Okay,
Yeah.
and what year did Shanann's house get ransacked after leaving Dirty South? What year was that?
Let's see. I don't know if I have that written down. Um,
We got to remember, what did she do? Because there was the issue with Dirty South. I just can't remember it. She was the bookie. Then her house
was it 2014?
gets broken into
No,
and ransacked.
they moved in that house in 2013, I think. The one in Colorado.
Okay, so it was a long time before.
Yeah. I have to find that. I'll have to find that too. Um,
No, I have the very unpopular. If people look back during this case, I very much hated in this case as well because I wasn't a Rusek ass kisser.
right,
Like,
me either.
I don't think the family deserved to die, but that family sure is shady. Every single freaking one of them.
So,
Shanann's mom allowed another YouTuber to say that this YouTuber was a reincarnate of her daughter. Like, get the fuck
oh
out of
yeah.
here. Do you
Oh
remember that?
God. Oh
Yeah.
my God, yes.
I have one successful strike on me, and it is from the Ruzick family. But
Mhm. Yes,
No.
I forgot about her. Yes.
Yeah, and I mean it's bad. And then we don't yeah.
Yeah, we can't
It
even say
ain't
her
my
name on
channel,
here,
so
but
I'll just be careful. But I'm not a
yeah,
Rusek ass kisser just because what
that
happened. Like it's sad what happened, but
it
I
is
mean
sad what happened, but
that
yeah,
family is
yeah.
bullshit.
Looking up a dude's wife before you cheat on him. Right? See,
And then
Fauza, see,
allegedly.
I'm glad you agree with that with that because I just think that is so odd. NK told investigators her employees were initially supportive following the news, right? But the next day they informed her her contract was ending and was being let go, right? Okay, December 2014, Aussie, is that when her house got broken into of in North Carolina? No, you're blue. Yes, I made case. He's been around long enough. Um, he's been clowning around long enough that I will let him um be a mod. He went to work in 2014. Okay, because I think I think they went to Colorado in like 2013, 2012, 2013, like that. Yes, you're cool. You was cool before, dude. You're just cooler now because you're
Remember
blue.
Armchair's his warning, ladies. Do not get married and move to Colorado. He will kill you.
Right. Right. Yeah. Chris Lutz was
Oh,
hired by Anadarko Petroleum as an operator in December 2014. He worked at the site in Frederick, Colorado until he was fired by the company on August 15th, 2018. Thank you, Aussie. Thank you. I have wonderful subs and mods. He was hired in late 2014. Yep. He was there 4 years. It only took him 4 years to F around and find out. Okay, thank you. I don't either. I'm gonna have to find out. When I have, I've got a lot of stuff written down. I've got so many notes. Um, I wish they were more organized, but like February 14th, 2018, that's when all of the mad faces. Remember when Shanann was on Facebook
mm-hmm.
and all of the mad faces were, and she was like, "Why are all these mad faces?" And then she didn't address it anymore. She kind of let it go. That was Valentine's Day. That was Valentine's Day. So I got that. But
She was cooking, right? Wasn't she
yeah,
cooking in the kitchen for when
yep,
Chris got home or something?
yep, yep.
Ooh.
Well, you were a smidget faster than me, and we're writing the same thing. That's awesome. All right, let's go over and see what the the innocent Jezebel has to
He wanna
say.
help me out with his lease and sell my truck and
See,
change
and why
my
does she
stuff.
have to sell her truck? That's
Take
the
offense to the Jezebel.
that's the
I'm called the Jezebel, okay? And I don't go around killing people.
No, you don't. You don't. That's fair. That's fair. Why does she have to sell her truck?
Oh, yeah, and she drove herself to me at the park too, right?
Yeah, but why does she I understand she's got to find a new job. Yeah, because your ass got fired. Okay. But why do you have to sell your truck?
She was always going to sell that truck after contract was over.
Does somebody know your truck? Is that why you got to sell it? I mean, her truck was common, so it's not like people would know, "Oh, is that run are they going to run every gray?" I think her truck was gray. Every gray truck down?
Yeah, I think we did find her truck, but yeah.
Yeah, cuz she's like, "I got to sell my truck."
Steve Bell says, to be fair, when women cooking for me makes me send angry faces too. Well, your mistress, if seeing a woman cook for you, your mistress would certainly want to send some angry faces.
Probably since the mistress can't cook.
No, they always had to go to the drunk dog. What was it? The underdog, the drunk dog,
Yeah,
something dog,
lazy dog.
the lazy dog, the underdog.
I guess so because she had to sell it because the neighbors knew her truck, and the babysitter's mom knew her truck too.
And Nosy Nate knew her truck.
Nosy Nate knew a lot of stuff. That's why Nosy Nate sold his house and moved right after. That's why Betty next door, the neighbor, moved right after.
Nosy
my
Nate was on it quick.
In my opinion, that's why they moved. Hi, Claudia. That's just my opinion, though. Okay, here we go. We'll go over here and see the huzzy again.
Life and hopefully somebody
Think
somewhere
about-
will
I got
give
a
me
lot of
job
words
and give
for
me a
her.
chance and not judged for all of this.
Yes, you are being judged. I'm judging you right now.
So that's why
You said Hazel was helping you out with some of your lease stuff. All right, so
yeah.
when we're here, I think she usually comes in the afternoon today. So we'll check with her.
I think Matt just went the other way looking for me, but he'll come back eventually.
See, they brought her that cord, so that's why I'm thinking they're in the other room listening.
So you must want this for
Wait,
something.
the video's not up.
It's not up?
I don't, or maybe I'm just not seeing it.
Well, I don't know why it's not up because I didn't take it down.
I can hear it, but I can't see it.
Okay, now let's try again. Do you see it now?
Yes.
I had to remove it and then add it and then remove it again. That's so weird because all I did was added you. I wonder why it kicked it.
StreamYard.
StreamYard kicked it off when I added you. That's so
They
stupid.
said I'm more important than that bitch.
They did. They said you're more important. They're like, we don't need to see the huzzy. We'll just listen to her.
Just listen to Share for Truth.
That's right. Let's go back now. And I'll rewind it back so you can see her. She was playing with her ponytail. Y'all missed it. Y'all can't.
Yeah, playing with the ponytail in front of
Yeah.
these rookie. Well, I don't know if they're rookie, but they're acting rookie.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was trying to hear if they said my phone is dying, but I think they did. That's why they brought that cord in.
Lease and sell my truck and change my entire life, and hopefully somebody somewhere will give me a decent job and give me a chance and not judge for all of this.
Yes, you're being.
I'm sure she's on her knees for someone right now.
So that's why
You said Hazel was helping you out with some of your lease stuff. All right, so
yeah.
when we're here, I think she usually comes in the afternoon today. So we'll check with her.
I think Matt just went the other way looking for me, but he'll come back eventually.
Awesome. So you must want this for something.
I'm gonna charge my phone. I didn't charge it last night. I charged it.
This one? Yeah.
Here.
Really?
What's
You
this?
charge your phone?
This is the Verizon call box?
Yeah, because they want to clone it.
From what
Like
date
my
to what
phone's
date?
dying.
Come back.
It's a month.
Right. She didn't want it to be up, so she wouldn't have to. Oh, sorry, my phone's not charged. You can't get all the information off of it that I don't want you to have. Oh, running great. Maybe she has an OnlyFans account, but definitely doing the world's oldest.
Got another oil job on her knees as we speak.
Mm. That's freaking
Doing
hilarious,
work.
right? She's worked with oil more than once. And I feel like I'll be walking with my head held high. Right. Yeah, just like Amber Fry did. I mean, she did interviews. She actually did a press conference. You have never seen Nicole Kessinger do a press conference, or I think she did something one time. I forget who it was with. And it was over the phone, I think. So she's never come out and spoke. So that right there, I don't care if he's been convicted, and she shouldn't have to be quiet if she's innocent. You know, she should come out and say something, but you can clone a dead phone. Hey,
Plus, like, where's the other phones? Are they out wherever Jose threw his ocean phones before he died?
right. Well, you know, if
Sorry.
you ever, there's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he dives for stuff. He's been around a long time. He found like 6 iPhones in the water. he brought them up and dried them out and charged all of them, and they worked. So, I mean, a quick oil change in 10 minutes. I cannot.
And she's not good at her job if it takes 10 minutes.
That's right.
She's a shit mistress.
Right? Damn it. You're not even good at your job.
No, Jezebel.
You're not even good at your job. Okay, Austin. Damn it. You're not even a good hussy. Right. She should be clearing her name. I know. I mean, Amber Fry did. I don't know how many interviews she done or how many. I know she done a press conference, and I think she done one interview. So,
Well,
and she
Amber Fry was pretty freaking obvious. She wasn't in on it when we watched the man on national television call her from his dead wife's prayer vigil
yeah,
and lie and say he was in France. So, yeah, that was pretty obvious what was going on there.
yeah, yeah.
That was not the same situation.
No, not. That's why I said the only thing they have in common is that they were both mistresses. That's it. You know, as far as things are going the same, because Amber Fry's 3, 4, 5 times the person that Nicole Kessinger is.
That's what I'm saying. 10 minutes is a long time, but she must get paid by the minute, so she makes it last.
$5
Tell
make
me,
you
Nicole
holla.
Kessinger.
Not no $5 make you holla.
Sorry. No, you're good.
I don't know, it's a month, so it's probably whatever 30 days was, probably July 14th, I'd assume, so August 30th. You'll see it, when you open it up, you'll see it.
Not August
But it's a
13th.
month. So my
So
billing.
Right.
Can I just take this real quick and move it off your thumb drive and I'll give you your thumb drive?
You can do whatever you want, that's yours.
You don't need this back?
No, she doesn't need it back because she's got 10 other phones.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you can give it back if you want.
Yeah, I'll just go download this to my computer real quick.
I think, so it's a month. It ends on the 13th, and that's why I was saying, when they bill
See,
me next
Something
month.
else ended on the 13th.
What? Is she talking her
What?
cell phone?
Right.
Bill?
Right. I don't know if she's talking about her contract with her cell phone or her contract with her.
Can you rewind it? So it was
Yeah.
July to August?
See what she said. Okay.
She's lying.
Yeah.
So you must want this for something.
Probably charge my phone. I didn't charge it last night. I charged it.
This one? Yeah.
Here.
What's this? Oh, this is the Verizon.
Wait,
calls.
did she just say I
From
didn't
what
charge this phone last night, but I charged this one? So she has 2 cell phones in there and they're only cloning one?
Yes, she has 2
Where
cell
the hell
phones.
was I?
And they knew she had 2 cell phones from the beginning. And they asked her at the beginning of this interview, which if you go back and watch, it's real interesting. They asked her why she had 2 phones, and she tried to say that the one phone was the one that her and Chris talked on, and she didn't want to have anything to do with that, so she got her another one. And she was trying to transfer all of her contacts from one to the other. That's why
Oh.
she has 2 phones.
Okay, Don Wells.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So now right here she's talking about the date of the phone.
This is the Verizon.
It's a Verizon call box.
13th.
From what date to what date? You want this one back?
It's a month. It's
Sorry.
like
No, you're good.
I don't know, it's a month, so it's probably whatever 30 days was, probably July 14th, I'd assume, so August 30th. You'll see it when you open it.
So I don't know what a Verizon call box is.
I don't know either.
Does anybody know what a Verizon call box is?
Mm.
She
And
got it.
also, why
Right,
is she
she
only
got her-
showing for a month when her and Chris, for a minimum of 6 weeks, were hooking up? A
Right.
minimum.
And this one ended on the 13th, which I know that the 18th is when they died, but the 13th, let's see, when did they go on their date? Was that the 11th? Yeah, August 11th is when they went out on their date. And so that was on a Saturday. So the 13th was Monday. The 13th was Monday.
And he did this all went down on what date?
The 18th of
17th,
August.
18th?
Mm-hmm. 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 So we will go back and listen to what she said. I don't know what a Verizon box is though. Unless it has something to do with
I'm afraid what might come up if I Google that.
it. I mean, is it like an extra hard drive or is it like a,
Let's see.
I mean, I don't know.
Or like an employee prepay phone.
Yeah. I mean, if C-Files wanted to come up, he could.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to? I'll send the link.
Yeah, he could come up if you want. But I don't know what a Verizon box is. I was gonna look that up later, but this seems like they thought they'd be able to run away together, but Chris got caught. Mm-hmm. That's what it's looking like, ain't it? I think that was their plan, but because her friends were called a wellness check in on her, that threw a wrench into their plans because they couldn't go back and fix stuff and cover stuff up and hide
What is it
stuff.
called? Verizon
Box
box?
is what she called it.
Can you rewind it again? Call box.
Yeah, I'll rewind it. Hold on.
Gate emergency phone system runs on Verizon 4G. So probably like
Okay, let's listen right here.
So we'll check it for
Hey, I think Matt just went the other way looking for me, but he'll be back eventually.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you must want this for something.
Probably gonna charge my phone. I didn't charge it last night. I charged it.
This one? Yeah.
Here.
What's this? Oh, this is the Verizon.
Yeah, Verizon call box. That a box
So-
for the internet. That's what. That's what I was thinking.
Says a telephone-based intercom system that dials a Verizon mobile number to grant visitor access. You typically need to press 9 on your mobile keypad to unlock the door or gate. What?
Weird.
Because call boxes rely on standard telephone tones to open doors remotely. The garage door. Chris's garage door opened after he left. Oh, okay. Anyways, because call boxes rely on standard telephone tones to open doors remotely, some modern cell networks or Bluetooth devices may sometimes block these signals. If pressing 9 doesn't work, try switching to a speakerphone before pressing the digit.
Wow.
Now, I'm Googling this from Canada, so I don't know if it's different. because
Verizon
of-
call box, you can use SIM card, allowing visitors to dial a resident's or employee's cell phone.
That's super interesting.
It is.
'Cause his garage door opened and that was remotely.
Okay, I looked up Verizon box, not Verizon call box. Okay, Ronnie, that's okay. It probably because I didn't say call box. I probably just said Verizon box, and that's what you heard.
I
So
typed call box. I put Verizon call box.
and I probably left the call out.
That's okay.
Nope, she was right. You know why? Okay, we have to repeat again what Dummy said. Rourke said the reason they didn't go through her stuff anymore and investigate her is because Chris pleaded guilty. Now, who forced Chris to plead guilty? I
Mhm.
mean, why did Chris plead guilty? That's still no reason. So you're saying that
Like-
you don't believe that even if you believe somebody else was involved, you're just going to say, "Oh, okay, so he pled guilty, so now there's still some people involved in this that could have done this also, but we're just going to let them go because he's already pled guilty." That's what you're saying?
Yeah, he pled guilty in some record time.
Mm-hmm. It's a huge box with buttons on it, like an old phone box used to get into private or gated neighborhood. There you go. Now we know who accessed the garage, and now you know.
Maybe.
Now you know who September Lady was, possibly. Oh yeah, absolutely, Ronnie. Absolutely. Yep. And it was only for a month. You notice she said it runs out in a month. So at this point, it's probably expired that she's doing this interview. It's probably expired. So they probably can't go back and look at it. Isn't that something? Mm. So now that I know that, oh my goodness, I got to write that down. Now that I know that, I feel like she was, I didn't even know that such thing existed. I wonder how much she paid for that a month. Hey there.
Hey.
Did you hear what we were talking about, the device?
The call box thing?
I did not know about that box.
I'm not. Is it
So,
like a Wi-Fi box? Is that what it is?
well, it is a box that helps you, that you can go into a gated community, or you can go in, or you can open a garage with it.
Oh.
So why that's important is because there was a little while there while Shanann was gone and with the girls, that her car was parked outside of the house, and that never happens. Her car was always in the garage. So there's no reason for him to park her car outside of the garage because he didn't put his truck even in the driveway. So I've always thought that her car was there in the garage hidden so people can't, or her truck, so people couldn't see it, know that she was there. After the murders in September, everybody calls her the September Lady. There was a lady that went in the house in September. She was dropped off. She went up to the door and went in the house, but no one ever seen her leave.
Weird. What?
And
do
the
we know why
light,
she was there? Just
they say
hanging out?
they know who she was, but it's never been told who she was. They said that Nate's camera got her, so because Nate is the one that called it in and said somebody's over there. Whoever was there had left the light on in the garage, but they never seen them leave. So
Weird.
she could have went in the garage with that box if she renewed it. And then she could have went out the back door, because out the back door, or not actually the door, down in the basement, there's like these windows, and they have like these metal things around them that cover the window. So like you would have to crawl over that and then go in the window. That's how
Yeah, the
they're.
little
I don't
the
know
like
what.
wall thing so it doesn't get hit
Yeah.
by rocks and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we know, we're pretty sure that they were going in and out of that window to not be seen. And Chris himself has said, well, there's no cameras back there. So if anybody came in or went out there, we wouldn't know who they were.
Yeah. I
So,
mean,
you know, so she probably came in that way, but went out the back way. So,
I would imagine, yeah. I'm more
yeah.
concerned about what she's doing there. I mean, obviously tampering with evidence and trying to do something, but like, why are you there? I don't really care where you went. What are you
Yeah.
doing in that house?
Yeah. And because by September, you would have thought all the evidence was gotten out of the home, because in November is when he pleads guilty. It's that quick. He pleads guilty in November, and this happened in August. And then the
Yeah.
September lady was in there in September. So, what was she looking for? There had to have been something she was looking for that was hidden, in my opinion. You know, why else would you go there after the fact? Everything's over. Unless
Yeah, there was something they either forgot or they realized they wanted, or I don't know, a lot of killers also keep trophies. She could have
Mhm.
just straight up wanted something from the house because she knew
Yeah.
like I'm not going to be able to go back there.
Yeah.
Weird.
Because he's in jail. He's in jail, so he can't go back in there. But it was a female that went in there. They did say that. It's a box that helps you break in people's home, basically, for those cases anyway, because this trash had something to do with it. Thank you, Ronnie. Amen. Yes. Yep. Sneaky way to contact each other. Yeah, they had the calculator app with all the pictures on it. They use Snapchat. They used like Skype apparently. So there was lots of ways that they were sneaking around with each other. These call boxes are used in gated communities, apartment buildings, also used in emergency station and remote park campuses and railways. I didn't even know those things existed.
I
and
didn't
I
know it
didn't-
was Verizon. I know what you're talking about now. I
Yeah.
didn't realize Verizon did that.
I didn't know, and the calculator app. Yep. I didn't know that she said that. I've seen this interview like countless times. But like I said, it always pays for you to go back and look at them over and over and over, because you pick stuff up that you missed before. And I have, after all this time, I did not ever hear her say that till today. That in the contract, that caught my attention too, because I was like, contract, wait a minute. So
Yeah, that part's really interesting. That means, I mean, according to her, like on her end, they basically could have just packed up and left because her contract's up. No one's going to care.
yeah. And it's not like she would have got fired. She would have got a good reference because her contract's up.
Exactly,
Your
yeah.
contract's up.
Nobody would have had a second thought about, oh, well, her contract ended. She's moving on to the next work. That makes
Yeah.
complete sense.
Yeah. It's just odd timing on that, how that came out. Yeah. Yep. Odd timing. We used the first one almost 7 months ago. Okay. Did you keep it? So, Running Gray Wolf, she said it was a monthly thing. So, is it a monthly fee? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably like it's probably like your Wi-Fi and your phone bill and whatever else. You just pay an extra $30 a month or whatever it is.
Yeah. So you don't have to keep it like it's not nothing you're locked into. If you just pay it by the month is what I'm saying.
I would imagine, yeah.
I'm guessing that's how it is. Yeah.
That's how everything else with Verizon is.
Yeah. I would think that a call box would only be issued to owners of phone of the address they are linked to. You would think that, but
My question with that is, did she have, because her job was to go around to all these different places where there would be locked doors and locked gates and all this kind of thing. So did she have some kind of like master key thing because of her job?
yeah, I don't know. She could have, because she really wasn't. I don't think she was out in the field person. I think she was um in the office, and she was like the environmental side of it.
But wouldn't she go out to different sites to do like safety checks or like whatever environmental, like
She
she would
may
have to.
have. I don't really know in detail what her job was, but I would think, I know what you're saying. I would think if she worked for Anadarko, because they kept all their stuff, those oil tanks behind gated, big gates and stuff. I would think,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah,
So if they called her and they were like, "Hey, we need you to go out to whatever location," why is
mhm.
she gonna have 4,000 different box key things? I would imagine they just have one like master key, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think about that too. They use what? They use the communication devices as a runaround. Yeah. Different company sites by neighbor homes. Yeah. Mhm. She did that. Okay. I didn't know if she did that or not. So Eva
Yeah, I
saying,
thought I heard somewhere that like, because that's why I might be misremembering, but I thought that was why she knew where Chris's site was, is because she had something like she had to go out there at some point, or she was doing something around the same time out there that he was, and then they were like banging in the field or whatever and going back to work.
yeah, because she had taken, that's right, because she had taken a picture at another site, not that one, and it had sunflowers in it. And that's where you get people talking about her in a field of sunflowers. And that's why when he would send her something or she would send him a message, they would send it like a sunflower would be in there, and it was like a code or something of them talking back and forth to each other, because it was of her in that freaking sunflower field. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that makes sense that she would be able to different key codes. Well, that makes it even easier. Then that means Chris was just like, "Here's the code to my house."
That's what I'm saying.
If you can program it like that, then that's where she got it. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. And that answers a lot of questions that I had, like, how is she getting in there? Unless she has to have the code, but then if she has the code and goes in, like I was saying before, Shanann would see her, because they had Vivint, and Vivint is you can remotely look in your house.
Yeah.
And you can see what's going on, because I used to look in and check on my dogs. So she probably had, and I had the same. I had my system in 2012, 2013. So she probably had the same kind of system I had, where you had that capability of looking in your house and seeing. And then she had the cameras where she could see the girls sleeping. Also, that was on her phone. She could look at the camera and see the girls sleeping. So she could look in her house in different areas, because at one point, the system was messed up when Shanann was in North Carolina, and she called Chris and she said, the security system is messed up. You need to get it fixed, because she couldn't look at the house. He had disarmed it and told her something was wrong with it.
Well, I was gonna say, was something wrong with the system, or did he just turn it off?
Right. and he knew he only had so much time where she was going to be
Yeah, which she wouldn't
complaining.
notice.
And then I think she called them herself. I think she called Vivint herself. And that's probably is when she started thinking something's not right here because he's screwing with the security system. Works like code given to Walmart delivery to be able to enter your home and put groceries. Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. Walmart ain't doing that crap. No, ma'am.
Yeah, sketchy, but they do have that.
Yeah, no, you're not doing that. You're not coming in
Right?
my home. No.
Right?
Because one, when you walk in my house, you're bringing your energy with you. And I don't like people's energy in my house that I don't know.
Also, even if I give you a code until you walk on in, good luck getting past my dogs. They don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, my dog would not allow that either. No. Mm-mm.
Probably don't walk into my house. It'll be a bad day.
Yeah, it will be a bad day. Vivint technology only got better. He shut it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And like I said, I had the security system, probably the same one she had, because I had it at that time and it was new when I got it. So, yeah, they're not going in my house. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Not happening. And I wouldn't, as a Walmart person delivering groceries, I wouldn't want to go in somebody's house.
Yeah, there's also that. You never know what kind of weird shit you're gonna walk into. There's a stand-up comedian, Ryan Sickler, who I'm pretty sure he was delivering UPS for a while. He worked for UPS, and he rolls up to this house one day and he's like knocking on the door and no one's answering, and he hears loud music in there and like knocks on the door for a while, and finally he's like, whatever, fuck it, and just like leaves it on the porch and leaves. Gets back and looks on the news, and there was a double homicide in that house, and he was like knocking on the door while it was happening.
Oh my
So
god.
to just be a Walmart guy, like, oh, I'm gonna go in your house and put your and there's a dude just murdering people in there, like,
Yeah, no.
no, I'm good.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no. Tammy's dog would have a huge snack of something. He would, because my dog don't play. His breed does not play. No. Right. And you get blamed. Yeah, I wouldn't want you coming in my house, and I would not want to go in your house.
That too, yeah, that's a huge liability. I ordered from Walmart and now my safe is gone. The fuck, Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just asking for problems, in my opinion. I heard
And,
about
like,
that.
no
from-
offense to anyone, but also like Walmart employees are not generally like, most of them are either felons or got something going on. Like, I don't want that dude in my house.
Yeah, I'm not. We're not. Mm-mm. His breed takes you down fast. Ask questions later. Yeah. My dog does. Yep. I have a Belgian Malinois.
Yeah, missile with teeth, right? That's basically what that means.
Yeah. He is he's probably right at 100 pounds, probably. And his birthday was in January, so he's a little over a year. Yeah. I call him a Malingator.
And I don't think people, for some reason, 100 dog pounds is way heavier than 100 people pounds.
Ooh,
100-pound dog gets on top of you, you're screwed.
If they hit you with that force that they got, I mean, no. Yeah. His name's Ruger. Just like the gun. Just like the pow pow.
I love them, but they are terrifying. Like, just as a breed, they were bred for something and they're very good at it.
Yeah. And he's very fast, and he's very smart. We talk to him in German, so his commands are in German. I mean, we talk to him in English too, but his main commands are German. Yeah,
Yeah, I
as
had a
much as
dude. I was working at a gas station overnight for a little while, and there's this old vet dude that would always come in at like 1 or 2 in the morning. Didn't like anybody, wanted to be left alone. Like only went out outside or
Mhm.
out at night. For whatever reason, he just liked me, so he started talking to me or whatever. And I started noticing he would speak to his service dog in German.
Yeah.
He was like, "Well, yeah, he's a German Shepherd, so like it makes sense. He understands it better. Also, I don't want fucking idiots to be able to command my dog without me. Like nobody in America speaks German, so works out pretty good."
Yep, yep. That's why we do it, and then when we're given the command, you don't know what it is. So if we're telling,
That too, yeah.
yeah,
People
we're
don't know
telling,
what.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
don't know what I'm saying. You don't know how to command him.
Ooh, sorry about that. I can't believe that came through my radio. Please don't be a fire. I do not want a fire. Please do not. All right, let's go back over here and we will random people who don't know German commands. Right, right, right. Oh, you got a playlist for Chris Watts. There you go. There you
Nice.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have. Yeah, that service dog seemed like he was very attached to his owner's hip. I don't think he would have done it anyway, but that's the first time I was like, oh, I could train my dog in like Portuguese or something, and then people won't know.
Keep talking, Casey, for a second.
I don't remember how well. Oh, yeah, we got here because we were talking about Walmart allowing people into your home. That's terrifying and very dumb. I only see that going bad for Walmart. But it is. This call box thing kind of has my mind going now because it would help explain, like, theoretically, we already know they were messing around behind Shanann's back, and I guess everybody always kind of wonders, like, how can you be that sneaky? How can you not get caught? But when you just have the key fob to get into somebody's house, like, you can track that and you can see every key swipe and whatever. But realistically, how many people are actually keeping up with that every single day and knowing, like, oh, there was a weird random key swipe at 1 p.m.?
Right. Oh my gosh. What did that say?
Took a ride from a canine club. But yeah, don't pet the police dogs. I love dogs, so every time I see one, I'm like, oh, puppy. You don't touch police dogs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. All right, let's go. Yeah, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. It makes even more sense. We already knew they were sleeping together and whatever, but it just kind of makes it that much easier that she would be able to slip in and come hang out for a little while or whatever they were doing.
And if that's the case, if that's what that box was used for, that makes so much sense to a lot of other stuff in the case. And I know you don't know the whole case because you just kind of started going down this rabbit hole with us. If you kind of go back and look at some of the lives we've talked about now, even if I go back and rewatch my stuff again, I'll be like, it's more understandable now that she would be able to be there without them knowing it.
Yeah, like we already knew she was doing that, but it just, I guess it puts a lot into perspective. It makes
Like
things make a lot more sense.
Like late at night, if they're, if the neighbors are asleep and the car's parked outside and the garage is open, she can just open the garage and pull her truck in there. She don't have
Exactly,
to
yeah.
wait on Chris to do it. She can do it herself because she's got access to that.
Yeah, how many times you think he was out doing something and he was like, "Oh, well, just go in and come out from the garage and put your truck in there and no one will see it and then I'll
Yeah.
be there in a half hour or whatever."
And it makes sense too using that she could go like because they said she walked up to the door, and went in but never came out. Well, if she had the code in that box. If it expired on August 13th, all she had to do was renew it for another month,
Yeah.
and she could go back in there again. So that makes sense now because they were saying, well, it has to be somebody that has a code. Well, they either have the code or they have that box that
Well,
gives
and-
them the code, right?
And it makes sense as someone involved in this. I would want to keep that subscription going. I would want to keep access to that house going on. If I'm the girlfriend of the dude who did this, and I know like they're clearly going to find her DNA and evidence of her being there and all this stuff, I want access to that house too.
Well,
Gross.
see, sounds like gross. Share. Obviously, a lot. It was used for a lot.
Yeah, that's a very interesting find.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, she did admit to being in the house. Absolutely did. But she made it sound like she was only in there one time. So even if you were only in there one time, that still don't make it right. You're in another woman's home. That don't make it right whether you're in there once or in there, 50. One is just as bad.
And I think it kind of shows how committed Chris was. That he's giving this other woman, I mean, I assume, I don't know where else she would have got it, but he knew at the very least this other woman had access to his home. That just shows he was all the way in this. Like there
Right.
was pretty much no going back.
Yeah. Yeah. He was all in for sure. Yep. Ew. Yeah.
I mean, someone was all in, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So wait, I'm just thinking.
Oh, hi.
He's admitted to being in that house. I know everyone. Hold on. I have a thought. She's admitted to being in that house. Remember, she was like, "Can I saw all the family pictures?" And I was like, "Oh, Chris, like work out your family, forget me," type bullshit. Remember that? I
Right.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then, but here's the
Absolutely.
thing: where was Nosy Nate's ring bell footage of when she was there, whatever time that was? Where you don't think that he didn't scroll through all the footage for the last 6 weeks that he's
They
had?
have it. The law enforcement has it.
They
I
have
will-
to
I-
have it.
100%. Yes.
There's
100
the footage of that. You have Chris pulling up backwards for the first time and said that's not how he normally pulls, and you got all this camera footage to prove that. But where's that one time where Nicole says she'd been in that house? Where's the
100%.
footage of her car?
Where'd she go? Did she leave?
Or the
There you-
no, or the footage of her walking into the house.
They have all of that. I fully believe they have every single bit of that. They have so much that they have never shown us, and they have the evidence. I believe they have it. I believe they've got the Vivint. I believe Vivint has evidence
Oh, that's
From-
right.
from the inside of the house. I believe they have evidence, and I believe Nate has a lot of evidence. Because
Yeah, I mean-
he didn't just record that one day. Come on.
I'm sure there's a lot we haven't seen, but
Absolutely.
if somehow there isn't actual footage of her going into that house, now we know why. She was able to circumvent the cameras and go in somewhere it couldn't see.
Now there is footage of supposedly her, and I believe it's her. Most people believe it's her, and I gotta find it so I can show it. But it is of the morning of the tragedy, he backs his truck in, and he's never done that before. And when he pulls it out, before he backs it in there, he pulls it out, and he walks out of the garage, and another person walks out of the garage, and you can
Yep.
see her ponytail. And so she was there that morning because we also know her phone pinged there in that area that morning. So I fully believe they've got her more than once on video.
Do you remember Mama Kim's video where we were going through and you can see on the body cam and things were moved in the kitchen? Like
Yeah.
someone had been in there cleaning while Chris was out at the oil field.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see that certain things in the kitchen, how Shanann always had it, was moved and rearranged in that kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, didn't I also rewatched the whatever the documentary is called on Netflix about this? And at one point, I think I remember at one point body cam footage of cops walking through the house and going, "God damn, it's so clean. It doesn't look like anyone lives here."
Mhm.
Yeah. They did do
And-
that. Yeah.
And I know they said she was kind of a neat freak anyway, and she kept the house very orderly, but it looked like someone had been in there cleaning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the only thing about that, Ronnie, him spilling the beans, is will people believe him?
Exactly. I don't know if I believe anything this dude says at this point.
That's the sad part. He's lied so much. Who's going to believe him?
That is always the hard part when somebody confesses to a crime. Like, you've dug yourself in this hole where no one's even going to believe you at that point because you've been lying for how many years now?
Say that again, Casey.
Oh, it's always kind of a weird thing when people finally come out and admit to crimes, because you've kind of dug yourself in this hole where you've been lying about this for however long, so no one's even going to believe you. So even if you finally confess, everyone's going to be like, "Shut up, you're a murderer. I don't believe a word you say."
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's told, like, I don't know, he had like 2 or 3 different stories. And so he's lied that many times. You know, if he comes out and really says it, people are going to be like, "Okay, well, this is another one of your lies."
Well, and it's like,
You know?
with every serial killer, they all want to claim these grandiose numbers. It's been 100 people. I have all these bodies. Like, do you, or do you have several that we know about and you're just lying to make yourself look cool?
Right. Right. Maybe law enforcement are gathering more evidence against her. It's not full justice for Shanann and her girls if the people involved are not. I 100% agree, Ronnie. I 100% agree. And how can you, as DAs and I don't know if Colorado, like TBI and CBI and all them, like them people, and then FBI, if they got involved, how can you, as that group of people, be okay with allowing people to walk the street that did this to a family, knowing they did that? How are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's got to be a rough job. Like, because there are times where you have to take the charges you can get, and you probably know there's more to the story, but you can't prove it. It's got to be really tough to, like, know that an accomplice or somebody else involved just, like, you know, they did it, but you can't prove anything, so you can't technically charge them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would think that Shanann confided in her close neighbor and she had seen footage of the mistress in her home. She would also have said something to her about it. I think that, to be honest, I think Nicole Atkins, her friend, might have suspected something because she didn't live too far from there. So I think, you know, she might have suspected something because she was there when Shanann was in North Carolina, you know, that with her parents. And and she might have said something, seen something, but never said anything to Shanann, because I almost feel like maybe Shanann might have said, "Hey, drive by my house a couple of times." You know what I mean? Because
It would
I,
make sense. I mean,
I,
if you
yeah,
think your partner's cheating on you, like, yeah, get one of your friends to just drive by randomly one day and see if you
yeah,
can catch them.
yeah. And I mean, and that's not, doesn't sound like something unreasonable that somebody would do, or like somebody that's
I
just,
would do that. Hey,
yeah,
bro, if you end up, in this part of town, fucking drive by, see what's up at my house.
yeah. See if everything looks, see if there's anybody there that shouldn't be, Yeah. I think Shanann was
I would
OCD
do
like
that
my daughter.
even if I didn't suspect someone was cheating on me. Just, hey, if you're in that town, go make sure my house isn't being robbed or on fire or something.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
peek at my house.
Yeah. Just do a wellness check on my house, man. Just
Or see if
drive
my
by.
dogs have to pee or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. She got away with it, and she would. I agree. I wouldn't. I would not want her to be around my kids, my husband, anything. I don't care how long I've known you. I would not want her around me. And like she says she's still, I guess the funeral that she was caught at, that somebody recorded and caught her at, I'm assuming that's the same friend that she had when she was messing around with Chris. I'm assuming I think her name was Danielle. I can't remember her friend's name, but I'm assuming that's the same friend that she's talking about. I'm assuming. Okay, Duck, thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
See you later. Thank you for being here.
Well, yeah, there's got to be kind of a power trip now because she did get away with it. Like, now it's got to feel like I can just have any man I want because I can get dudes to kill for me and then nothing
Right.
happens to me.
Right. Yeah. I can get away with it. I know how to get away with it.
Yeah.
Or I can call Daddy, who helps me get away with it, in my
Well,
opinion.
that too.
Yeah. You got to have people in high places, I guess, to be able to get the person to confess so you don't have to do time for what you did. Basically.
I mean, dudes will do a lot for women, and I don't understand it, but dudes would absolutely falsely confess to a murder for a woman.
And
That's like mild.
Yeah. I believe that he did that to Shanann, his wife. I believe.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
he did it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
there
But
are cases where dudes for sure have admitted to crimes for women.
yeah. But I don't think he did that to his children.
I don't know. That's the part that confuses me. This is going to sound really insensitive, but if you're in that situation, why keep them alive until you get out to the oil location? Like, why not just do it all at once?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that he done that, because there is actually a point in one of his interviews when he says, I walked in and I can't believe she put her hands on my dog, not on my little girl. I can't believe she put her hands on my girls. I don't think he was talking about Shanann. Because I think, in all of the lies he was telling, there was like bits of truth here and there.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he was throwing bits of truth here and there and there. And I fully believe he was not talking about Shanann when he said that.
Well, it does seem like when women are in the position of basically trying to take over a family, essentially. It does seem like they either go full mama bear and they try to like take the kids, or they want to get rid of the kids too. They want to just have complete fresh start. So if
And
anything, I think, yeah, the kids were probably her idea. She was probably the one that said, well, they got to go too.
yeah, because she had said that she didn't like it because he had already had his first with Shanann.
Yeah, so she already resented the kids, basically.
Right.
Already. Yeah, that makes sense, unfortunately.
Yeah. She's like, he's already had all of his first with her. So, and then she's like, I will always be second. Yes, you will. You will always be, whether you're his wife or you're his mistress, you're going to be second because his kids are going to come first. It doesn't matter. No, you're not second. You're going to be third because
Well,
his
that's how-
ex-wife's going to be first because she's the mama of his kids. Then his kids are coming, and then you're going to be in the so you're actually going to be third. You're wrong. You're not going to be second. And she's like, I will always be second. If they're all gone,
Yeah, no, I'm semi chuckling to myself because I have a little bit of experience in that. Yeah, if you're trying to enter the picture with someone who already has a family, it's very hard to be the one and only center of attention. Like, there's a lot of other shit you got to deal with.
right? So that's why yes, that's right, Eve. She did. She wanted to have his first son.
I mean, she could have. That's still a possibility. He could have got a divorce and they could have just tried to have a son. Then
Yeah,
there you go. You win.
I mean,
Congratulations.
well, Shanann was pregnant. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And it was a boy.
Oh, was it? Okay.
So she was not happy. She said he did not tell her that, and she didn't know about that because she thought they were separating. And then she finds out that Shanann is pregnant.
Damn. So she really did just get stuffed at every angle. Can't be the first love. Can't be the first wife. Can't be the original mother to the original children. Can't have the firstborn son. Damn. Yeah, no wonder she wanted to kill her.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. So for sure. And he even said this also. He said, my hands were around her throat, but it was like somebody's hands were on mine. So do I think he might have had help? Sure. Maybe he didn't have the strength, or maybe he was, because I think at one point he was going to back out because I think that's why they had that 111-minute phone call that morning or that night.
Positive that's what that was, but there also is a weird, I kind of get this in skateboarding sometimes too, that when you have so much adrenaline and excitement and like potential danger and all this is going on, there is a crazy sense of like almost being in third person where it's like, I know I'm the one doing this trick, but I almost feel like I've completely checked out. So I can see him maybe just blanking out like that and then coming back after it was done and being like, whoa, that didn't even feel like it was me.
I see
But
what you're saying.
also,
Yeah.
on the other side of that statement, could have been like a ceremonial, like, hey, let's do this together. We're both in this together kind of thing, which is brutal when you think about it.
Yeah.
Our love is born off of murdering your wife.
Yeah. By being an annihilator. The family annihilator. Yeah. Yep. And that could be it too. Like he checked out. he was doing it, but he checked out at the time he was doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of understand what you could mean by like some of the gnarliest stuff I've done. It almost doesn't feel like I did it. Even when I watch it back, I'm like, man, that guy's really good at skateboarding.
Yeah. Yeah. And at one point, and now this is in the book that the cellmate who's now out wrote. He said that Chris told him that she gave him an ultimatum.
I believe that part. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I believe that. That's one thing I believe, that she probably did tell him that. It's me or them. For sure. That's not hard. That's not hard to believe at all.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. I'm
Yeah.
sure that was early on. I'm sure she was being like, so when are you going to leave her and just come do this full time?
Right. Right. And she says in the interview, I told him to go on and take care of his family and try to get back with his family in the first interview. She's like, and I would back off. And I'm like, you lie. Because in the next breath, she's talking about they had plans for the next week, the week after Shanann come home, which means you're going to be doing this while your wife is at home. She's come back in from town. Now she's home, and she's actually going to be home during the day. And you and Nicole are going to be going around looking at apartments. When are you going to do that? How is that going to work exactly? How are you going to have, when are you going to go do that? Because you have to leave to go to work. You can't look at apartments at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then Shanann expects you home at a certain time every day. So you can't do it after work. So when are you going to go look for apartments with Nicole?
Well, if a certain somebody disappears, you're going to have all the time in the world, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. So why are you planning for something that you know you can't get away with if your wife is home? Because your wife wasn't going to be home.
No, yeah, because
She
she
was gonna
might be
be
home, but she's not going to be able to do anything about it.
Right. She's going to be missing. You know. So she even Googled about a married man. She was, yep. And would he leave his wife? She sure did. She Googled a lot of stuff. She was there, helped him to unalive Shanann, and I think she unalived the girls, in my opinion. And I also think Jim, leave him alone, Jim. He was there. 3 people in. You're right. I agree. I agree with that, Eve. I agree with that. Yep. Maybe a 4th one. Maybe even a 4th one. Yep. Yeah. And I will still kind of stand by. I think that because her friend, you know, Nicole Atkins and her other friend Christina called for a wellness check. It might have been Taylor, called for a wellness check. That messed the plans up, because now we're here and you can't go back and make the bed, because Shanann would have never left with an unmade bed or unmade bed. So that was that. And so they were going to go back and do all, you know, they were going to go back and make the bed. They were going to go back and get rid of the garbage in the trash can because they had thrown blankets and sheets in there. They were going to go back and get rid of that evidence. They were going to clean. They were going to do all the things and make it look like Shanann had ran away with the girls.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
I think
Yeah.
he got caught in the middle of doing what he was doing. They didn't expect anyone to call a welfare check that soon. He
Yeah.
was going to go do whatever he was doing and then come back and clean everything up, and then probably make a police report himself of, oh my God, my wife kidnapped my girls and took off and I don't know where they went. And
Yeah.
like, that's exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah. And
Also,
I think because her ring wasn't on her finger, he had taken her ring off her finger.
yeah,
So, and her phone was there and her Apple Watch was there. So I think he was going to drive the car out to Survey 319 and blow it up because it was leaking. Survey 319 was, the oil tanks were leaking.
yeah. Googled very incriminating. To be fair, though, Grey Wolf, for one of the podcasts we done, I don't remember whose channel it was on, but I live on the air Googled, does chloroform leave residue?
Yes, he
So,
did. Yes, he did.
yes, but also Google searches aren't proof of crimes. Okay.
Right. Well, and she also Googled about her phone, like how far back, what's the difference in phone evidence or like text evidence and something else evidence, but it had to do with the phones, and she Googled it after she seen law enforcement. So she,
Yeah.
because they told her they wanted to get stuff from her phone. So she goes home and Googles that. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it confuses me how dumb people are. You're willing to literally commit murder, but like you don't know not to Google shit off your own phone.
Right. Right. And Eve, that's why the 111-minute phone call came in there, was because Shanann's plane was late. Like remember it was bad weather and they had to take another one.
Oh yeah, there was something. Yeah, they got delayed or whatever, and that's why
Yeah.
she wasn't home until like 2 a.m. or
Yeah.
however late it was. That's right.
And that's why that 111-minute phone call happened, because that was giving him time to back out.
Yeah, he thought he was going to be able to do it at whenever she was supposed to be home, and then he had these 4 extra hours to sit there and actually think about what he was going to do.
Right. More of us in chat have Googled chloroform and an RN. Right. Right. Yep. Yeah, I remember when he Googled that for us. He looked it up. Yeah,
My
she is
Google
dumb.
history is very incriminating. I didn't even do anything, but if you went through my Google history, you'd be like, that guy did something. I don't know what yet, but fucking arrest him.
Right. Look at his search engine.
It's the most schizophrenic Google search history. I have the worst ADD. I'm just like, oh, serial killer facts, this recipe for something. How bad is Monster for me? Just like,
Yeah.
what does this guy do with his day?
What
This.
does he do? You're right. Yeah.
My phone might put me near crimes, but none that I was involved in.
That's right.
I end up in weird places skateboarding, behind weird businesses and in ditches, and like we've come across some weird things out skateboarding.
I bet. Let's go over here and listen to it. We already been on here. What, been here 2 hours? We'll go over here and listen to a little bit more of her. Everything I Google is from my bed, and I only go to doctor appointments. Yeah.
Smart.
This box just blew my mind. That's why I had to spend so much time on it, I guess. Because this is which, because we won't have time to watch it tonight, but this is all of her interviews. So eventually in this interview, I think this is where her dad comes in. I think this is one of the interviews where he's in. Pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I think this is. But we'll
You're
get
going to
to
be
it
caught on many cameras. I want so much footage from so many random businesses. The angles of security cameras look so good, but then I have to go in and be like, hi, I broke in and trespassed and technically vandalized your property, but can I get your security footage?
Right. Oh. I don't believe CD was getting cold feet. He wanted to be with. He did want to be with her, but for some reason she had to talk to him for 111 minutes. Something was going on. They were fighting or something. There was something going on.
Or she was just being a hype man, just like, you got this, come on, you're gonna do this, and then we're gonna run away, and then gross.
Yeah. It's going to be okay. Look at the bigger picture. Yeah. Let's see.
Call logs,
To the 13th.
from what date to what date? You want this one back?
It's a month. It's
Sorry.
like
No, you're good.
I don't know, it's a month, so it's probably whatever 30 days was, probably July 14th, I'd assume, so August 30th. You'll see it, when you open it up, you'll see it. But it's a month, so my
So
billing.
can I just take this real quick and move it off your thumb drive, and I'll give you your thumb drive back?
You can do whatever you want, that's yours.
You don't need this back?
No, I mean, you can give it back if you want.
Yeah, I'll just go download this to my computer real quick.
I think, so it's a month, it ends on the 13th, and that's why I was saying, when they bill me next month, then I can give you the 14th and past that. And I could have given you the 14th now, but because they haven't billed me for it, like this is in a nice PDF, but the unbilled one is like in this janky Excel format, and you could like manipulate the data, I don't
So
want to give
what
you.
is on here is
Mm-hmm.
PDF of your,
Okay.
Did you catch that too? Oh, but this one you could manipulate it if you wanted to. So, maybe just don't look at any of that.
So she just said that it's on a PDF. So it keeps the information on a PDF file. Is that what is she saying? That whatever she uses that box for, all that usage that she used it for goes on a PDF? Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, so basically when she looked up the data, it was all stored on a PDF file, and then some other stuff was stored on this weird Excel thing that you could change the data of, which makes me think she's saying like, oh, this probably isn't credible because whatever. That's what she's trying to hide.
Right. That's what she's trying to make them think. Oh, it's nothing. She's just a wealth of information with this little box here.
Yeah,
Huh.
she's very tech savvy, isn't she?
Yeah. But C Files, she couldn't figure out how to transfer contacts from her old phone to her new one because she doesn't know how to do that. But she knows how to do this.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I feel like she
either.
just had a burner phone and didn't want to admit that's what it was.
Yeah. Exactly. I was saying in my last live, I'm like, you cannot tell me that she did not know how to do that. That just blows my mind that she's in the job she's in. And now she's talking about PDFs in a box and not zip files, but other files, but yet she can't transfer a phone. You don't do anything but plug the phone into your new phone.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot you have to do.
There's actually you don't even have to hardwire it anymore. I think there's an app now where you just put it on the old phone and put it on the new phone, and it just like Wi-Fi downloads all your shit.
Yeah, I don't. That's why she was telling him, well, I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, come on.
No, that sounds like you got a burner phone and you are trying to convince the police they don't need to look at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they asked her why you got this. Well, then she went to explain why, that phone was the one she talked to Chris on, and she just wanted to get away from it altogether. So she was trying to transfer all of her stuff over, but she doesn't know. The guy at the Verizon told her how to do it, but it sounds too complicated, and she didn't know how to do it, so she didn't do it.
It's 3 buttons. You download the app on 2 devices, and then you go download. And then you sit there for like 2 hours while your shit downloads.
Yeah, she's purposely making it difficult.
Yeah, that completely sounds like an alibi for why you don't need to look at my second burner phone.
Right, exactly. Oh, my.
complete phone bill for your cell phone.
That ends on August 13th. Everything after that, you
I'm gonna go
can.
put this on my phone, or
Okay,
put it on my
and-
computer.
My lease agreement is on there, and I told Hazel that you had it.
Okay,
So
I'll share it
that
with
to
her.
her because she needs that.
Yep, I
And
will.
then, there's also like a computer record of me talking to the Verizon wireless people, asking them if they can restore my text and what they had to say about it, just so that you guys know that I did the due diligence to attempt to do
Sure.
that.
Got it.
So those are the 3 things that are on there.
So the messages that synced up when you started are on this phone, right? So when she started, this phone's like 2 years old.
Okay.
But when she turned it on, a bunch of deleted messages from Chris that were on that
Uh-huh.
phone synced up with that phone.
Okay.
So that's the one I want to try to rip.
Okay, so we're gonna download this
Yeah,
phone, but
this
we want
one's
to get
coming
the
as evidence.
context
Yeah,
on
exactly.
here.
So
Okay.
this one's going to be coming with us as evidence. That one will just rip, so she has a phone.
Okay. I need you to log.
So this guy is in here, C-Files, because she didn't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He's their tech guy. He's law enforcement tech guy. He's there because she didn't know how to transfer all that stuff over. That's why he's in there.
And now he's sitting there saying all these old messages synced up to this phone. So there you go. Take that one.
Right. Right.
Into Google.
I'm just trying to figure this out, I don't know.
Oh, okay. That might be an issue.
I know.
See, now
I
she
mean, if
got-
you guys really can't do it, I'm just trying
Well,
to go through
there-
and figure
there-
out. who is-
There's another way we can do it, or we can try.
Did you hear the
Yeah.
she didn't want it, she don't want another way. She doesn't want him to try. This is where the whining comes in. And the drunk all that bullshit. That's where that comes in because she's trying to sound like a little kid and trying to get him away from getting the information she don't want him to have. That whining shit. I hate that whining stuff. On the call I had with her, forgot we did daily 8 to 10 hour lives. Right? Yeah, forever. Forever. Verizon does provide an account data. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. They would have. I mean, once again, though, it's one of those things where, yeah, they have everything, but how often are people really looking at it?
Mm-hmm. Just like Gypsy Rose playing, yeah, with the baby voices. Drives me nuts. I mean, I can't stand it. I fell asleep multiple times. Yeah, on Mia's Live, you can fall asleep on Mia's Live because man, she's on there all day. Mia used to be on. I don't know how she did it.
Yeah, I can't do that. See
Yeah,
people
I
doing 10,
yeah.
12-hour lives every day. Like,
Yeah.
I get to 3 or 4. I'm like, I'm done with the internet for a while.
Yeah, because I'll be done here pretty soon because we'll be on 3 hours and I'll be like, okay, that's it. I'm usually really good about passwords, but this one, look. Oh, really?
Really good about passwords, but this one.
Why all of a sudden? Listen,
I'm usually really good about passwords, but this one.
really?
Like, you don't have it saved. Shut up.
Wow.
I don't know.
Another bullshit.
I really don't. I was
Okay.
messing with this before you walked in here.
Okay. And that's the only way you can download the app.
Don't say that.
Let's do this.
I was just
Yeah.
casually
I mean,
deleting
okay.
shit off my phone before you walked in here.
Right. And she doesn't know the password.
I'm not an Android guy, so I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't used the Android phone in like 2 years.
Okay.
I guess I'll have to figure this out.
Ooh.
That sucks, but it's okay. I
Well, there's another thing that we can try.
sorry. for
Nope.
the inconvenience.
Did you have a text message on? So when I looked up to
I mean,
Wi-Fi, I think you got a couple more extra.
oh, I got these. Yeah, this came in on my other phone. This was like right when I transferred.
Well, yeah, all your stuff transfers when you do that.
So I think your contact.
Yeah, unless you
should be-
stop in the middle of it. It should
Yeah.
have transferred everything.
Yeah. What's the point of getting another phone and having the access of transferring it if you don't transfer all your crap? My best friend, right? I do everything on it. Yeah, she did too. She did too. The call box was probably the oil companies. They helped her get, yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, that sounds like she was maybe in the process of transferring all her stuff and then for whatever reason canceled it and only got like these text messages or however much actually got transferred, but that doesn't make sense. That seems like she stopped halfway for some reason.
Because I guess she was worried when she wasn't thinking all those text messages were going to transfer. That's what I feel like. She was like hoping that they would get lost or something in the and then she wouldn't be giving them to them.
Yeah, it seems like she realized, oh, they're probably going to want this phone too, and like stopped in the middle of it or something. Or I don't know if I want to give her this much credit, or she only downloaded select things to make it look like, oh, look, I'm having these technical difficulties.
Right. Yeah. That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
I don't think she's that smart, but
Well, why are they let her? Why did they leave her in there, right, Ronnie, with the phone by herself unattended?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you
Yeah.
couldn't even really go after her for evidence tampering because you left it there. It's her phone. Like,
Yeah.
technically she's allowed to do that.
Did you leave it there so you could watch her and see what she did?
Possibly.
You know, that could possibly be that too, but I mean,
But then you're banking on the fact that she only deletes it into her trash so you can still recover it, and she doesn't fully. I mean, I guess they can still recover fully wiped information, but if you're
Yeah.
going to let her delete stuff, you're banking on the fact you're going to be able to recover it.
Exactly. Yeah. Because like with iPhones, you can go into iCloud and your stuff is still there.
Yeah, you can get it.
Even after you've deleted it, it's still in iCloud.
Yeah, you can get it back, but it's
Yeah.
most people, I guess, don't think about the fact that when you delete something, it lingers for like 30 days or whatever it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
But you can also go into, if you know what you're doing, you can also go into your cloud and hard delete it from there as well.
Right.
And then they can still get it, but they're going to have to dig for it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's like the stuff off of Snapchat and I don't have Snapchat, but off of Snapchat and Skype, they said they couldn't go in there because at the time in 2018 they didn't have the technology to do that, to go in there and get
I don't
that
know if
stuff.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what agency.
Right. They probably have it now though.
I would
You
assume
can't-
they have to.
Yeah, you can't tell me in what all 8 years.
Well, there's been
That's-
so
that
many
they don't-
cases of
Yeah.
like crimes and murders specifically documented on Snapchat.
Like I said before, her dad had some kind. Oh, absolutely, 100%, Eve. Yeah, her dad is the reason she got, because he went in her interview with her and told the detective to quit questioning her, and she's grown.
Yeah, fuck you. You're not an attorney. You can't tell me to quit questioning her.
Right. So why did they listen to him? You can't remove all traces. Just ask Brian Hooker. He knows a lot about communication devices.
Yeah, you can get it. It's just,
It takes longer.
yeah, you can basically hide it in plain sight or actually try to bury it. They can still get it. But
Yeah,
if she knows what she's doing, she could have bought herself a little bit more time.
right. But she acts like she don't know nothing. She's playing the dumb broad is what she's playing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm too stupid to download my contacts.
Yeah.
Dur-dur-dur.
But I know all about PDFs and going out to the oil sites and
My job is mostly computer based.
thank you. Thank you. God.
Connected to iCloud now, so shouldn't lose them. And we can try and use the machine that we use to download the phones can also transfer.
That'd be
I've never done that, so I don't know how it's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a shot.
okay. That would be so nice, because I was looking at these messages and I was like, oh my God, like, don't know.
Right.
I mean, again, I'm sure I could figure it out pretty quick if I read the text. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
they're all different.
Okay.
And so you would just save me a lot of time and stress.
Okay, and then we're keeping this one,
Yes.
downloading it, and giving it back.
Yeah, and then this one, I think he only needs one number off of, and that one you guys are taking everything.
Okay, but we're keeping this phone, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's yours.
Why are you asking her that?
Yeah, I know. They're giving her way too much leeway.
Are we allowed to keep your phone? Grab them both and walk out. Fuck
And
you.
you-
I'm downloading your phones.
And she apparently had an iPhone the whole time she's been having an affair with Chris, but she's going to an Android.
Yeah, they were both being shitty iPhone people about that. I don't use Android. Fuck off.
So why are you going to an Android from an iPhone? You don't just go from an iPhone to an Android. You
'Cause
either
know what? Well, Android still does this, but Android doesn't connect to the iCloud and save all your shit. They do because it just connects to, I think, Google Docs or whatever it is. But
Yeah.
everyone thinks, oh, iPhone backs up all my shit, and Android doesn't.
right. So, but people like you either like Android or you like iPhone. I don't.
iPhone
re-
sucks.
I don't
Fight
know
me, Steve Jobs.
anybody that likes both. So
I don't.
for her, I mean, I have an iPhone. I can't stand Android. But why would you go from an iPhone to an Android? I mean, most people just don't do that. Normally, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you just go to another iPhone? Why did you choose to change the type of phone altogether?
I really feel like it's because Apple in general takes so much of your information. Like when you sign up for an Apple account, they take all of your shit.
Mhm.
Android doesn't care. You can walk into any Walmart anywhere and get a burner Android phone. And
Yeah.
as long as you pay them money, they don't care.
And that may be why, because now she's like,
And now
next time I do this.
now she's having an affair and she's trying to do all this secret stuff and she's trying to not put it on the iCloud.
Right. Right. That's just
And
interesting.
if we're going off of the fresh start theory, now her Apple account ends right here, and now she has a fresh phone history with Android.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's just weird, right? I mean, there's got to be a real reason why you switch phones like that. For me, that's a major switch of a phone. Because if I went from an iPhone to an Android, I would have to sit for a while and learn it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I've had an iPhone so long.
That's
So-
why I talk shit about iPhones, because I just don't understand how to use them. If you hand me
Yeah.
an iPhone, I feel like a caveman.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't want to just out of the blue change, because I know I'm going to have to sit and learn the other phone, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. You know what I mean? So why would you want to have to go through it? She's like doing all this to help me with stress. It would save me some stress. Okay, well, changing phones isn't as stressful. That would be stressful to me, because now I got to go learn that stupid phone.
Also, if you're just switching phones, like your day-to-day life isn't going to change. You're still going to get all the same messages and phone calls and whatever that you were getting anyway.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's just weird that she did that, because I don't know, if things are that uproar in your life, you're going to want some kind of similarity. And so the same kind of phone would be, well, you would think you would go right to it because that's just one less complication. But that could mean that she's familiar with both devices, but yet she just said here a few minutes ago, I haven't had an Android in forever. Okay, then why switch
Well,
to it?
She's also in an interrogation room. I don't
Yeah.
know if she's always telling the truth.
This is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, my thought on that is she wanted to also stop her phone history and have like completely fresh start.
Yeah. That's a good observation on that one. Yeah. Yeah. We'll listen to about 10 more minutes and then I'll call it since we've been on here like 2.5 hours. You never know though, when you start talking and discussing stuff, you stay on here longer than you think. Okay.
All right, let me go see if I can transfer the contacts.
You want the wall charger that goes up?
I'll just put it here so I don't forget, but I don't need it right now. I will be right back. We're in a little bit.
Woe is me. See that little spot right there?
Yeah.
Looks like somebody pulled her hair out.
Oh yeah, it does, huh? I couldn't tell if that was her hair or her sleeve, but
Mm-hmm.
there is a little spot right there.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Oh, she's left-handed.
I don't know what time it is.
What does it matter? You don't have a watch?
You were also just looking at two phones. You didn't glance at the clock.
That's true. That's funny. There's not a clock in there? Because
No.
in the interrogation room Chris Watts was in, all we heard was tick, 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 tick. Answer your phone, Nicole. Come on. Let's have a conversation. It's probably Cher calling her.
It'd be so funny if it was just one of the cops. Like, I knew you would answer your phone. Gotcha.
Right. It's probably Cher calling her. Cher, is that you calling her? Why didn't she answer it if it's her phone?
They
Kinda
might
weird.
have told her not to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, is that hers? 'Cause that's
I
a
don't
third
know.
phone because the cops took two. So is that hers or is that the other dude's?
Oh, that may be the detective's phone.
Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
She doesn't answer the cop's phone.
Yeah.
He's
Hello.
not here right now. Can I take a message?
I'm in the interrogation room, but he left me.
He comes back in. You're like, hey, your wife called. The fuck?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny? And I'm surprised they didn't come in there because they're watching. So I'm surprised they didn't come in there and.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah. She was writing something and then she quit writing. What'd she do with it? Stuck it over there?
Yeah, she didn't know what time it is. Which she could have looked at the lit up phone that was just ringing. Didn't even have to touch it. Could have just looked at it and got the
That's
time.
true. That's true. Why didn't you do that either? You're not thinking too much in there, are you?
I mean, she's
Mhm.
thinking about how am I getting out of this.
Yeah.
Now she knows they have my phones, both of them. They have all the information they want.
She's probably worried about what they're recovering.
Exactly.
Because there's some pretty, when her dad is in there's some pretty raunchy stuff that's in her text messages to Chris that they read in front of her dad.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. And it's
That's-
about, I think it's like threesomes and stuff like that.
No, that's kind of what I was saying earlier. That hour and 11-minute phone call or 111-minute phone call, however long it was probably a lot of her being like, oh, well, think about what we get to do when this is over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I seen it. I heard it. I remember ringing it earlier, but I thought it was her phone in his hand, and he just like turned it off because they were trying to transfer it. You know what I mean? Right. I wouldn't want my dad to hear it either. But he put himself in that position, so there's that.
My dad will never be any more disappointed in me. Fuck it. He can hear my text. It was like, yeah, that makes sense. I still think you suck.
Aw. I hear him talking, right? And that's got to bother her. Like, so like they're right outside the door talking, but they're not coming in. That's hilarious.
Hello. How are you
And she's
doing?
probably getting bits and pieces of it. Like,
Right. Oh, okay. Who are we?
So, I don't have much time. I just want to say hello. Oh, hi, good. All right.
Who is she? Oh, touchy feely. Here we go.
I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
I have that now. I have the lease. I'll give it to Hazel. Okay? Did he get your phone taken care of?
I don't know, he took them both.
All right.
He was gonna try.
I'll step out for a few minutes, give you guys a few seconds.
Oh, this
All right.
must be the counselor, or
anything
the
else?
psychologist, or whatever.
All right?
that's what I'm assuming, yeah.
Hazel said she knew that you had been fired, so.
Oh, yeah. This is Hazel.
maybe get some advice on that too, about potentially leaving here and starting anew somewhere else.
Because y'all are treating her like the victim, and that really pisses me off.
Yeah, that he just said, oh, she'll give you advice about going somewhere else and starting over.
Because they really treat her like the victim. And that's really sad. Because there's 4 people no longer here because of her. And you're treating her like the victim. The one that
Yeah.
has been traumatized.
Regardless, whether she had anything to do with it or not, she was not an accessory. What's the word I'm looking for? Where you know something and you don't say anything about it.
Yeah, she's a part of the problem. She was part of the reason that he did what he did. No matter how even if you're 100% innocent, they didn't treat Amber Fry like the victim.
Yeah, she was close enough to him that she should have known something was up. Like, you would think accessory after the fact. Kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's always confused me how killers' girlfriends just get to walk free when it's like, you're intimate and you're spending all this time together and you're having like late night pillow talk and that
Mhm.
never came up.
Right. Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. We'll watch just a little bit of this. I'm kind of interested in what she's going to say to her. It just makes me sick that they treat her like a victim. She wasn't injured or hurt in this. She put herself here. She went after him. She started it.
Yeah, if nothing else, which I guess you could twist that and say she's kind of the victim, but if nothing else, she was the catalyst for why this had happened. If he wasn't cheating with her, I mean, maybe he still would have done what he did, but obviously she was the reason he chose to do it when he did.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not a victim because you put yourself dating a married man and you knew he was married.
Yeah, like if we're going to assume that she had nothing else to do with this other than being the girl he was cheating with, I don't think you should necessarily be like in trouble for that per se, but there is a little bit of accountability of like, hey, why were you messing around with this married dude? Like, what's going on here?
And even if you need counseling, why is the law enforcement the law enforcement agency, why are they providing it to you? Go get your own.
Well, that could also be a tactic to try to be like, oh, look, this person's safe, you can talk to them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It could be a tactic. Yeah. She inserted herself into a police investigation too because she was trying to control the narrative. That's true.
Yeah, that too. Why are you, if you didn't do anything, why are you all up in the middle of this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Eve, don't forget about the insurance money. That's right. That's why I said he was going to blow them up out there. And that would have been the life insurance money went to Chris. If they thought she went out there and did it to herself and the kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how they were going to make it look. Then he would get the life insurance money. And they would start all over with that. Absolutely. Yep. But his plans got messed up. He couldn't make it look like she left and ran off because her friends did a wellness check. And that messed it all up. Sure did.
It was a good thing. All right. I'll be back in a few.
So, Anadarko decided to be the company as well?
Yeah, well, Anadarko just terminated my contract. I mean, I don't blame them. That's just not a good place to be. But they were concerned and they offered to pay for like a few weeks.
Well, that is pretty generous.
It was very generous, and Tasman cut it off. They're just like, we don't want to bill a contractor if you're not actually working. It's like, I respect that. You know, I don't know.
What did you say? We don't want to what?
Cut it off. They're just like, we don't want to bill a contractor if you're not actually working.
We don't want to bill a contractor if you're not actually working. That's what she said.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I respect that. You know, I don't know. I think it's kind of disappointing because they told me, you know, I informed them on the situation, and then they contacted me like a day later and they said, oh, you're good, don't worry about it. And then they contacted me the day after and pretty much just let me go. And just be honest.
So did you give him
Really?
another job or another appointment?
They would have had to have. And I kind of had a solution for that situation too, but they didn't seem like they were all about it. So.
She's mad.
Probably not.
She's mad because they weren't honest with her.
How, once again, just being this close, being the girlfriend of the man who just offed his wife and kids, you don't think your job is going to be like, hey, even just for like our reputation's sake, you're going to have to at least chill for a while. Maybe we'll bring you back if we, like, once your name is cleared or whatever. But this looks really bad.
Yeah, and it does look really bad. Can they just be honest with me? Really? You just said that? Somehow I don't think she's right. See, that's usually how it is. The person that isn't honest is mad because you weren't honest with them.
They're probably scared to be like, yeah, we're pretty sure you and your boyfriend murdered his wife. So
Yeah. And we're pretty sure even if you didn't do it, you knew something about it. We're pretty sure. Yeah. That wow.
I mean, it is what it is. I've only been working with them for like 4 months. I don't really know them that well.
That's Tasman. And so are they saying that your contract with them is also terminated? Or that you just aren't working in Anadarko anymore and they'll find you another position?
They told me originally that if I wasn't gonna work in Anadarko, they'd find another place to put me. And then they came back yesterday night and said, since you're not, we hired you for the contract with Anadarko, and since your contract with them was terminated, we're letting you go.
Okay. Did you call the person whose name I gave you at
No,
Daily?
I've spent all day trying to do stuff for these guys,
Yeah.
so I haven't had a chance.
I think it might be helpful just to talk to him and see what he has to say.
Yeah. Here's my thing. Why is she questioning her about why they let her go? You're not going to change the fact that they let her go. So why are you saying, I suggest you do this? And I mean, I don't.
I think my theory is this is all a ploy to get her to admit something.
Mhm.
Like they fired me because of Chris Watts, or they fired me because they suspect me to be involved, or like I think this lady's working for the cops trying to get information, but she has to pretend, oh look, I'm your counselor, I'm gonna give you advice.
Yeah. She's just like, because she's kind of confused in how she's presenting it to her. Because like one contract is over. That's why but the other one terminated her. Did you notice she said that?
I think what she was trying to say was, it sounds like she's a contractor. So whatever company she's working for, like her contract that she was working on expired, and then the company she worked for, instead of like giving her another contract or waiting for her to find one, however that works, they just said, okay, well, since you don't have a contract right now, we're going to let you go. Which again also says to me, like they're concerned either she had something to do with this, or they at least don't want the media frenzy of, oh, girlfriend of a killer works for this company and blah, blah, blah.
Right. Because if she was an asset to them and really done a great job for them, they would find a way to find another contract for her.
Yeah, if they wanted to keep her, they would have. That seems
Right.
like it was just a convenient opportunity to be like, well, your work here is done and I don't think we need you any longer. So
Right.
we're going to go
Yeah.
ahead and part ways.
So it was just, if they really wanted to help her out, and they probably could have extended her contract too if they'd have wanted to, until the next one come up. I don't know how that worked, but
I'm not really sure either, but it sounds like they absolutely could have either extended or re-signed or given her another contract or whatever. I feel like they were looking for a reason to get rid of her because they just didn't want to be associated with this.
yeah, they were trying to wash their hands of it altogether. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel too.
About it and see if there's any, he'll probably ask you what your contract with them was and ask you for some more details and see if there's any way that legally he can help you out, or if he can create some sort of mediation or something like that, or at the very least negotiate a positive referral to another agency or something.
I mean, they told me they'd give me that. He seemed really taken back when I asked them, but I was like, can you at least give me a positive referral? I mean, I did great work for those guys. They're definitely gonna miss me being on their
Mm.
team for sure.
Uh,
And he was like, yeah,
You're
we'll do
definitely
that."
gonna miss me.
Yeah, I didn't really know what else to do. This is like one more thing on my plate right now.
Here we
I
go.
don't know what to do. I don't think anybody's
Well, I think that right now, what you need to worry about is someone to have a really good supportive family and people that are gonna help you get through for a few weeks while you're looking for work. So I think right now we need to just concentrate on getting your lease situation worked out so that you don't have to worry about carrying two places and getting everything worked out with Boots and Comp so that you can get started into some therapy.
Yeah, I still just don't think anybody's gonna hire me. Like, since my name's in the media, like, why would you do that?
Well, it hasn't been yet. And it doesn't mean businesses won't necessarily, the hiring agents won't necessarily have watched the news or know those things. And if they do, I think you can just explain to them that you're doing everything you can to cooperate with law enforcement and do what you can to have it not impact your job. And, you know, your work at both Anadarko and any place else you've worked prior to that is a good testament to what a good worker you are. And through all this, you kept going to work, you kept doing your job, you were responsible towards your agency, you informed them about what was going on, you did everything you needed to do.
That's actually a good point. Grey Wolf says she could have gotten a job with anyone. She worked 10 years for Halliburton Oil. That's a pretty solid resume. That's actually a great point. You could have taken that resume anywhere and been like, hire me.
Yeah. And the thing now is, so I'll bring it down and we will look at it next time. Some more next time. But the thing now is, now that the case has been around for a while, things about her's coming out now, like the text messages are coming out. The ping came out. So there's being more revealed about her than she lied about, now. And YouTube just don't leave it alone because people are talking about it, and they're showing where she's lied about a lot of stuff. So probably now I feel like now it's probably harder for her to do stuff than it was when it first happened. Because when it first happened, they just had that one narrative of him doing it all, and she was just the innocent mistress. But now things are coming out, like the interrogations. You can watch them. You can see the text that they had between each other. You can see the secret calculator app. There's things that the pings and all that. So I think probably now it probably is hard for her to get a job. That's somebody.
I would imagine it was anyway, just being so close to this kind of thing and people being worried about like how that looks to hire someone so close to this. But yeah, now that more and more is starting to come out, I also think it's a good time to bring up, like, YouTube and the internet can be a great tool for helping solve cold cases or helping investigate or helping figure it out. And I think this is kind of a good example of that, because what I feel like this case would have been, oh, that's a wrap. Chris Watts is a monster and he did what he did and his poor girlfriend. And yet we're still here all this time later. And like you said, now there's a ping and there's all this evidence that's kind of pointing to like, she's probably not as innocent as she made herself out to be.
Right. Yep. And the internet's forever, It never goes away. That's right. More than a belly warmer. You're right.
Define belly.
Define belly, yeah.
She was warming something.
And she said this was her dream job. So I have a question about that. If this was her dream job, why would she be under contract? I would think a dream job would be something that's permanent.
I mean, I think that just kind of depends on the nature of the job. If
Yeah.
it was contract work, but yeah, you would think she would be really working her way into a permanent position if
Yeah.
this is what she wanted to do.
Yeah. That's what I would have thought. I was just stating what she said. Yeah. But I think because I have seen more channels, like I've been covering Watts for a while now. But I've seen more channels start covering them again. And I'm like, well, I wonder if something's coming up or something's happening. I wonder why more people, because usually I try to go and look at a case that's been quiet for a while and then I'll start on it, and then I'll realize other people have picked it up too. Like I've been on it for like 5 weeks and then somebody else, I know it's like 3 or 4 other channels start picking it up. And then it makes me always think something's going on. You know what I mean? But I've been doing it. I don't know how many lives this is I've had, but I've been doing it for a little while. But I wonder if something's afoot because I did see a couple of new channels talking about the Watts.
Yeah, I don't know. There does seem to be sort of ebbs and flows. Something will happen and people will talk about it, and then like a couple of years later it'll kind of kick back up and get popular again, and so it might just be that kind of thing, but I don't know. I agree. Now that I've been sort of back in this world, I'm seeing a lot more about Chris Watts than I think I ever did, or at least that I ever noticed.
I think part of the reason too is because their house sold and then that other couple bought it.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
they were only there like a year, and then they had a DV incident, and then they sold it and are selling it. I think it's sold already to somebody else. But the interesting thing about that is have said that a lot of people say that they think that Cece, and I don't know, but they think that Cece was another Chris's child that was in Shanann's life. They thought she was having an affair with him. I don't think that's ever been proven or anything has ever been said, but his last name was Miller. And then the Millers buy a house, their house, the Watts house. The Millers buy that. I think his first name was Chris, but I have to look that up. And then I won't say this out loud. I mean, I won't say it, but I'll say it. Nicole Kessinger changed her name.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's odd.
And the judge allowed her to change it.
Well, I can see the case on that. I'm sure she went to the judge and said, oh, because I'm connected with this thing, I get harassed and blah, blah, blah. I can actually see the case for that. But why, if you're so close to this and you cared about all these people, wouldn't you want to be connected to it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to keep your friend's memory alive?
Yep. Well, I can say that her name that she changed it to is a name that I've already said in this live.
Do people not know that? Is this a secret?
I don't know that I can say it without getting in trouble saying it, what her new name is, but it's in the live that we just talked about. Like I just said it. So that's what she changed her name to. And she said it was a family name, but I I think it's odd.
There's only, I don't know how many people in your chat are going to get this reference. There's only one other person I know with that last name, and he's a former professional UFC fighter. So I don't think that has anything to do with anything.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Wasn't there a show back in the 70s called that also?
I don't know. Maybe.
There's a beer called that.
Oh yeah, there is. Forgot about that.
Yeah. It's, it's that or just that light. So, yeah. Yeah. I didn't say it because I don't want to say it and get in trouble, but I think we dropped a few good hints there. It's
Yeah,
blank
I heard it.
time, I
heard
don't drink beer, but it's always been that time for people that drink it. But I thought that was an odd last name to choose because of all of that, because that name seems to be around the Watts,
Yeah.
I was thinking, why would you pick that name? But I don't know. So, but they allowed her to change it. I don't, and I don't know how many times you're allowed to change your name like that. I mean,
I'm not sure.
because Kyron Horman's stepmom, the judge did not allow her to change her name. He's missing. And the last time he was seen was with his stepmother. And and he's still missing. And she wanted to change her name because of her association with the case. And I 100% believe she did something with that child. She tried to go and change her name, and the judge would not allow her to.
According to Google, there's no legal limit on how many times you can change your name, provided you are not doing it to commit fraud, evade legal obligations, or escape prosecution, which is why everybody does it. But each name change requires court approval and updated documentation. So I guess you can do it as much as you want as long as the judge okays it.
I guess the judge thought Kyron Horman's stepmom was changing her name to get out of legal issues. So that's probably why he did not let her
I just
change it.
immediately assumed that, like, you're obviously trying to get away from something.
Yeah. I have in here when she changed her name, what year it hasn't been that long ago, that she changed her name. I have it written down here somewhere. I will have it for next time, but, yeah. I don't know if that house is still standing empty. Just trying to see. It was she Googled, can cops trace text messages?
Yes.
How long do telephone companies keep text messages?
I think forever.
And the difference between text messages, text message content, and text message detail.
That I don't know, but I'm almost certain they can keep your text forever. I think it all goes into a big database. I like to imagine Verizon just has a giant file cabinet room when they're just constantly stuffing text in there all day.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? You are in charge of millions and millions of text messages.
Some poor guy's just sweaty and smoking, and she's like, ah!
Yeah. That's what you're in charge of. Of all of these messages. Did she have no? Surprisingly, right? Because the video that it shows of her that somebody recorded and let slip out, she looks the same. She's just heavier. She's just heavier.
I would imagine plastic surgery is the next step.
Mm-hmm. The CW house on October 17th. Yep, for $650,000. Bought it in 2024. Wait, yeah, but they weren't in it a year. They were not in it a year. Just
And
with
that
her
could
Google
be-
searches, she should be good reason to keep her, right? 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just the
Mhm.
fact that she's that close, obviously keep her as a suspect.
Yeah. I don't know how you can clear her. And then they're like, well, since he pleaded guilty, we didn't look into all of her stuff.
Seems like a pretty good reason for me that he would want to plead guilty as fast as he did.
Yeah.
He's trying to save the love of his life or whatever.
Yep. Screw his family and their justice.
Well, he already made that choice.
Yeah. And letting her and saving her is, you're still not going to get to be with her because you're going to be in prison the rest of your life. You will never get out. There are 9 counts against you. They charged him with 9 counts. I'll tell you what they are before we leave, or we end it.
I'm sure it's mostly, the obvious ones, and then I'm sure there's probably like illegal tampering of a body and evidence destruction and all that kind of thing too.
He got 2 counts under the age of 12 while in a position of trust. So he got first degree for that. He got
Colorado has an actual parent charge. It's not just murder first degree or whatever.
Yep.
Huh.
He got 1 count of unlawful termination of a baby.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
He got 3 tampering with bodies. And he got 3 counts of murder first degree after deliberation. So in other words, it wasn't a crime of passion. It was deliberate, premeditated. Yeah. That's what he got. So he got 9 counts total.
Wonder if she puts money on his books or if she cut him off. It'd be so funny if she just straight cut him off. Thanks for doing what you did for me. Bye.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. See ya. Keep your mouth shut while you're in prison.
Yeah, I feel like if she cut him off like that, he would have already been like, well, it was her. She told me to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's already said in that book, apparently, that the Jezebel made him do it.
I'm sure that's true. I just feel like
Mm-hmm.
if he has something on her and he's sitting in prison and she, for whatever reason, cuts him off or they break up or he gets mad or whatever, my first move would be, hey, I want to talk to the detective.
Yeah.
By the way, this chick was involved too, and try to get her locked up.
That's right. Why can't he do that? I wonder if there's something keeping him from doing that,
Well,
other than maybe fear.
the same types of pictures that were all over that phone, I would imagine.
Plus, get a new last name and they get away. Yeah. Yep. I heard she was using a code name and keeping in touch. That's what I heard too. But I don't know if that's true, but I heard that's what she was doing.
Yeah, exactly. Keep up the facade of, oh, I love you so much. Oh, just so he doesn't flip on her and let people know she was more involved than she wants to pretend she is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they changed the color of it, of the house. They did the outside of it. Yeah.
It's so funny when people do that. Look, it's a
I know.
different house now. I painted
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. They painted the inside and painted the outside, but it's still the Watts house. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't care how many people own it, it's still going to be the Watts house. Because
Well, aren't they still having trouble selling the John Benet Ramsey house?
Yeah, I
No one
think
wants to
so.
buy it.
Yeah. And that house is getting up there in age.
It was also like a nice house too. It's like a
Yeah.
super rich person mansion, but they can't
Yeah.
sell it because no one wants to be involved in that.
Yeah. Yeah. And he don't even live in it. You know, he didn't even him and her didn't live in it they moved out of it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of understand that one.
Yeah. Outside painting too, but I wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a terrible energy in that house that you're never going to get rid of. I mean,
Hmm.
it's soaked into the walls.
It would take a lot. It would take a lot of cleansing and clearing to. Yeah, he's remarried. Who would? Yeah. Mm. He'll pay for it. Where he's going, he'll pay for it.
Yeah.
He'll pay for it. Well, everybody, I am going to get off here. It has been 3 hours and 11 minutes. And I have enjoyed y'all being here. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening with me. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, and I appreciate you. No one's going to be able to live in that house that's haunted. Yeah. Yep, it is haunted. I actually think Nicole put a something dark in there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were going with protection or the other way.
No. I think Nicole put. I don't want to say it on here.
Yeah, I think I know what you're.
You say
getting
the
at,
word,
yeah.
and it seems that I don't want to summon nothing, but yeah, I think she put something in there. That's my feeling on it. Because there was a crystal under Cece's bed. They
I
found
mean,
a-
maybe.
yeah. So, and she was into that. She was into dark magic. That's already been shown too. Chris said she was into it too.
We can
yeah.
get off on an entire another podcast
Yeah.
about this, but that's an interesting thought process.
Yeah.
Something was put in that house that coaxed him into doing what he did.
And she was putting something in his because he was still drinking that Thrive power drinks when he worked out. And he said that she would always put something in. Nicole always fixed it and would put something in it.
Huh. I want to know what that was.
Me too. Yeah. So, yeah, it could very well be possible that she was doing that.
I mean, if she was into witchy shit like that, yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other side to this that might be fun to talk about sometime.
And she has there's a picture of her holding, you know what a Super 7 is?
Mm-hmm.
She has one of those. I have one of those, but she has one of those, and oh yeah, I forget it does that.
Oh yeah. Does that just do that, or is that a setting?
It's a setting. You have to do certain stuff to make it.
Okay.
To make it do it. But the heart.
Yeah, I've seen the heart one. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a Super 7 that she holds up, and she's taking a picture with it up there at the sand dunes or somewhere. I forget where she's at. And so yeah, there's a whole different side of that. That would have to be a whole different podcast.
Yeah, we could talk about that forever.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that has something to do with it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, everyone. Thank you for joining me, C-Files. I appreciate you getting up here and talking with me. And jumping on Watts Island.
Yeah, it was fun as always. I appreciate
Yeah.
everyone for being here and being
You'll
so
be
supportive of what we're doing. And
you'll
yeah,
be tomorrow night. You'll be live with Cher.
yeah, tomorrow. Well, it's evening for most of the world. Tomorrow afternoon ish, but that's Pacific time, so it'll be evening ish for most of everybody.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah,
So
I don't.
look for that. Are y'all talking? Are you carrying on your conversation about Mackenzie?
So Cher had me watch a documentary today about I gotta make sure I get this dude's name right. What am I doing here? This the dude Glenn Rogers. Are you familiar with that name?
I may not be. Tell me what it's about.
So it's this guy's brother that did well. He's the one that talks mostly in this documentary, but basically Glenn Rogers was a crazy prolific serial killer who pretty much just snaked his way down through the South and into California. And there's a lot of compelling evidence to say he was involved in the O.J. Simpson murders. He was
Oh,
hanging out. He was telling all of his friends and family that he knew Nicole and they had been hanging out or whatever. And the way she was killed was basically identical to the way all of his other victims were taken out.
wow.
Plus, it's just a crazy, interesting. This dude's whole family was kind of dark. His dad was a moonshiner and definitely had some bodies on him, and he was
Yeah.
abusive. So, like, it's kind of like a family of killers, but one took it way too far.
Gotcha.
And he may be tied to the O.J. Simpson thing. So,
That'll be interesting. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's a really cool. I see why Cher wanted to talk about this. It's a
Yeah.
very interesting story.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow evening. I guess just make sure you're subscribed and tuned into my channel, and
That's
I'll
right.
update at some point when we decide what time we're doing this.
Okay. Cool. We're looking forward to it. I don't know when I'll be live again. It depends on how the week goes, but when I go live again, it won't be tomorrow about summer for sure. I'm not going to go, but this coming up week, I'll go live and maybe talk a little bit about her. Ramsey home listed for 15 million in 2025, but not sold. I don't know how they think it would be worth that much after only 4 years. Not even let's see, you said another one up here. What'd you say? 2019 it sold? Where was that at? In 2021 it sold for 10.2 million.
Huh.
And I don't wonder if it's been like in any of that, if it's been remodeled or anything. Does it look the same? Because that's an old house now. If you think about it, it would need a lot of updating for it to be cost that much.
Yeah, that's a lot of what this documentary is about, is just it's too on point. The similarities in the way this Glenn guy always took out his victims and what happened to Nicole Simpson is like almost identical, but they're like no one really knows where OJ ties into all of this, because obviously he got convicted of it and like he was the fall guy or whatever, but it tracing where he was, and he killed another girl like within months of Nicole Simpson being killed in the exact same way. Like, it's after watching this documentary, it's really hard to deny that this guy had anything to do with it.
Yeah, and he could have helped OJ.
Yeah, it could have
Who's
been.
to say they couldn't have been there together?
Yeah, it could have been like this guy was a killer straight up. Like OJ could have
Yeah.
met this dude somewhere and been like, well, I got a problem I need you to take care of.
Right. And I could see him doing that.
And he was also just he hated women. So every woman he come in contact with was in danger. And he was allegedly partying with Nicole Simpson. Like he was fixing up their house after the Northridge earthquake. So he was like apparently at her house all the time. And he's also a crazy person. So who knows what's true and what's not. But
Right.
the actual way she was killed is identical to almost all of his other victims.
I don't think Ramsey dad did anything. I think his friends at the party did. I think they were involved in the Epstein type group. I kind of feel like I can't think of his name. Burke was involved.
I always assume anyone involved in those child beauty pageants is involved in shit like that.
Yeah.
I always just assume that's where they get them.
Yeah. Or what they get involved in after they get in it. Yeah. Yep. All right, everyone. I will see y'all later. Have a wonderful evening. Have a good night. Stay safe. Stay cool if it's hot where you at, because it is hot here. And we will see y'all tomorrow night on C Files and Talking to Share on their podcast. Have fun. And we'll be there. We'll be in chat, C File, listening to the serial killer. What are y'all going to call it? Serial killer night? Have you got your cool title for it yet?
I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm playing with the idea of adding OJ Simpson to the title.
Yeah. OJ and his squeeze. That's what you can call it.
Oh, that's good.
OJ is in orange juice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that was the wrong Ramsey home. John Ramsey home sold in 1998 to an investment group, and they relisted it for $6.9 million, and it remains unsold at that price.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
That's not much, is it? In the big scheme of things, $6.9 million is not a lot.
For that house in California, or wait, are they in California?
Colorado.
Colorado,
Yeah.
that's right.
Boulder, Colorado.
I don't know the housing prices of Boulder as well as I do California.
It just sounds low. It just sounds low for.
Well, I know
that.
it was. Yeah. I know it was a straight up mansion. So
yeah. Just pulled off the market. They can't sell it because no one likes to live in a house where an innocent child was murdered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, once again, there's got to be a terrible energy in that house.
Yeah. They probably should just tear it down. Yep. All right, everyone. I will talk to y'all later. Thank you, C-Files, for joining me. Y'all have a good night. Talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.